Yatasi Mamunina Chibioma Makwaba Abba Sompa 93.1 FM. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble because we've got a lot of stories for you on the discussion table this morning. This is your biggest platform in the world of sports. Between Richard Chris Adam Sakugwa Mackenzie, call me the little Ken, call me the latest intelligence. Sompa full-time sports is airborne. From now till we drop. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready as we zoom into the details and the highlights of all the stories cropping up this morning in the world of sports. And a player tells you the still on the World Cup qualifiers. Stories I want to crop up and pay. You remember details of what is transpiring on the grounds. And after in Pacho Wadaruma, my main friend told me to perfect 7 more. And someone to be Eba. Mr. Wack and then a pound for Bob Bono after your team patent de pa and you some talk and a general thing. Yanya papa some talk room updates from the camp of the Ghana Blasters. Another stories making the headline this morning live on Sompa 93.1 FM Sompa. Emma Aketiapa live on the TV. And to be rescue Tico the no rescue Tico the Nobina Sompa TV. Now what Boba is on the super good what I see. And also in Patoko, Facebook, this was Sompa 93.1 FM. Now, we'll follow now, share now to message in the power Facebook, this so. And I'll call YouTube, this was Sompa TV, subscribe now to message in the and on the paper can carry about we to mention so. Prince Boateng, Sir Prince Boatino, Atas and on a permit to the car with mention so. Philip Quabarin Kumsa, El Salibro Kona, Obetas and Yasam Kitokra, and also Jeffrey Asari, the Apostle Suaha. None of permitting and none of Jacob Bronson, aka Orlando, will be seated with the details of all the stories couple of this morning on the local scene. And of Cinco de Mario, as well as much support to the Yasam Kitoka. Into another one, we're feeding in the ha, men you are feeding in fear and another pay was small to be paid. The executive producer of the show, again, Mr. Wack, and of Roland Anthony Boateng, Roberto Familia, the finisher. Woman, and a producer to the camera. Ama be piaso etaba konkanti na no pay ye ko straight away na for the details na so ba na mo na me catch some wataruma ko joy cam roofing company limited ba so ye e ba ne chance ye papa wo Ghana ha dia wo mo dia no master ye papa che obi dia e be say German materials e no mo de manufacture na mo chance no mo de powder so ba what to say yes chance ye papa ye powder so no e shooting can be matter ho abro mo chance na apota de so ba wo mo expert ho me patromo ponta so leakage bia mem what I say I me patromo stand with you from ponta na soma and tell me for come and tell me pay what me can us west wood and you know to lantla no room with joy cam roofing company limited o mo put my pa o mo chance na de ba ko so ko o mo no sa e so to a en wan kasa huro no ho sa so ye fia en wan kasa huro no ho etin so toy o mo say joy cam for the ball what I no so ba wa chance na pai kama and that's the talk on the color no saba and pa and fedi what I said nothing and you not today you were IBR you were IDT self lock and offer you were Eurotas allosing and offer the account you the baby to boka tanga for one for tabalo for a craft way and offer Tachimani Sunana for Kumasi for will be a joy cam roofing company limited your super woman at the dead of your toro taratoro. Nasa Kitoko and Patrol Robo Sokoman and Pamia, Yanni police station, the team Sharibo Kumasia, and after one day again, Joy Cam Formating Koba, 0551 009,000, 0551 009,000 Homa, we bet to my friend Joy Cam Roofing Company Limited of a one in perform, that's what to bet in Koba, I'm a BPS with tobacco about. Canteen and nothing drinking water with just so super fantastic original canteen and nothing drinking water. And Tim, your partners work for free. The patron so when I make comfortable. And your canteen and nothing drinking water. When you be no more, a alkaline. The patron said the content of what to be no. The patron says so way. I bet so what I say no. We need pajano all pretty and the alkaline. Now many pajano to be flexible. And Tim, the patron so when you crano. Na obia umota no ho boss ho baby ayo titriti start so wonum canteen and not drinking water be won't no kama ama me patro mota ne so to me dia fusane e basta me patro limit o potential so betumi na stroke be limit the cra ama ni padwane so to fanso ye ana fa wo so ye mutim nya de pa etim ma wuti pa wo de bia eti pomo se kanti na not drinking water ebetuma yo so na wo tatansia so de baba na kanti for de tubo mo para no ten enya sepketo so we se wo padu do a no pomo de so betuma rum e wo primary UTC and se tafo ni road about road junction so oba wo kanti na not drinking water na fe wetima to be na bibia be koyem na so taba eno mo ni nkoba so 241 449191 0241449191 Yahoma. Ubetuma fe kanti na not drinking water for them perifo. That's what in Kobo Kama. Me patro time have Mr. Nusu Jaso. The bill on the Mikato say time have Mr. Nupetuma. After saying the Kito Cantinano pay malaria Mwano and a how I'm a patro Yamra. No promoter say time have Mr. No Sabit to Makadia. Would you know Pinabo Poppy? May a drawway won't me any town Numpia. Waposo ebe ye oten kama pa waposo ye mbrano ebe ye nyadi ye fiho wa wontu dite wo so hotia ene aye time helper master na bino no bo na me se to we po pa ana for time helper master no eno so twaso yo ba na bino no mpa na bino no immune system booster a pia ya de defeat the patient oba sa se won koya me patron pomo de sem wataruma on sabe tobaka time helper master na bino no me kato sem o ya so bodu ni takra o koto konka so de bedu akajemu me piasom de betu bakwe so taboa enya sepketo kontinu no pai o motayeti o pedu to 0244 417 669 0244 417 669 Homa Obetra for time helper Mr. Time helper Mr. 34 nothing no matin kobo o man be a ton piano on sabeka time helper Mr. Binafe and never some letra question tabo ana fe no press what to make ma me fanto the Mr. Gentleman tento clinic put to pa wa enumuka how what custom go be sure master ni men queen for now na do no sese ana fe be part of sese kawan bi abaso sewa what them that's what gentleman tento clinic no for no pay ma me fanto the Mr. Gentleman urobo gentleman tento clinic adeba ko betuma ye enso do no say wo no wo person wo see the gold and also silver wo mo ten a pure gold and pure silver let you sibawa me patro and papa enti no pay wa do ma bomodesem wo betuma room na fe me patro kokoje gentleman tento clinic ko mon church bi no mba bo pa wo wa me say adebia first so adebia so me patro betuma bomo no so tima do bia no wo mo church kama enti the room e wo gentleman tento clinic na me catch say wo me scaling and polishing ana fe tit white no so be private wo data se so de ba wo mo chakwa wa proport church na dana UMP bank no mo no the one so pe ye pe total police station no ene matter the school attention mo e wa proport church no draka ye wo to me company to me down no kwasi 5 times na ba mo ye chakwan gentleman tento clinic put to pa and yes ke to kwani ni nkomo 055913 9582 055113 9582 Yahoma Obetuma for gentleman tanta clinic na fe woni per first way to nkomo betway 7 fanto de say master I was so to be betway what as them patron wo de call phone so download the betway app no enso phone so kama pa na fe e twa bet no every woman be na sika na mu every woman be na sika na mu betway be brown ama de bia wo say to make ska be diska na for the attention enso ba na betway say was say bi mu kranti wo settle bet na what opportunity so bet ma settle automatic cash out what as here now me patron it ma withdraw automatically enso ba do omomo wallet no enti de bia no betway de ni jebe so afuru ma ama be piasom de to ba so to mente ba utim so to better what any betway the dead betway bo give way more eye betway na 18 years amen ko ho enko to better what as una 18 years amen ko ho enti betway de ma say mo heavy mo bet ma pan last of the 20 you better betway for se report to wateruma yen first stable no from to so e ma no pay e ma be piasom de to ko ye de stable to pay enso te pro kama pa na me patron stable pa no pay no ma me from to de say aba ye World Cup qualifiers no so to be tota ana fanta caps no so to be tota no ye baba ye want man no person to ba we to better so ama be piasom de to ko live on Sompa 93.1 FM it ko Facebook no so Sompa 93.1 Pantona FM. No one promoter for the lower share. Now to message to Pano pay. Yabaka Castle Tabo, here to better so. And I'm from Pato, YouTube, and also. I have some party if you want to subscribe to message to and a private can and so taba we to better so what is canu to quotana I have some party if you sabaka not for sweet man toy I'm a person that to quentinano pay getting some to the person epa after say last of talk live on Sompa 93.1 FM setting the pay for others to follow meeting and in the latest intelligence educated and some get about come upon my person that to pay me patron money already 10 rankings are your former player and so the Manchester United to the Bubukono, or Norway, and Juma Waponia Sekatokra, about English Premier League now. Was it 13 titles? And a Taba Manchester United Bubukono, 2 UEFA Champions League trophies. And I'm a part of the tennis, already 10 rankings at Mate, and Taba Manchester United Bubukono, Napapoe, and Juma Liddy, and the Monyaman and Kupo to Manu was as well, or you'll be at us, or be respected, Papa, Naman Patron, Nimabin, and will not come as a man for the donation of Felinosa, Saba Mikasa, Papa, Mika, the Wasami, already 10 rankings, Nemame, and the Bushra for, or Bian Castro already 10 rankings for, if it's the 10 year, Mamma Fan to the Bush, or Warren Negre, a year 207, Nemon Patron, Ninaketua, I get Fer Rotary, Nanina Ketuna Fer Rotary, the Patron, the tennis on also Warrior. 203 na nira ware no the for Natasha Leva when him stand that time na keto no ware no already 10 rankings F3 enemy yaketwa egire Natasha Leva prasa atasa no fani nyanachi atasa bano so fa ninya keto na chi amo motimetwe prasa ma be patro the true again 2014 what I say nya some keto planting already 10 rankings ajuma waye no no patro the tenesa asem no betoja ama patro baba we for Natasha Leva edit to Sompa or the rankings o ma fani nyanachi atasa odo mo di woni nyanachi no nya some keto baba we for Natasha Leva the picture no me dey to Facebook no you dey to TV no fay me patro rankings ni nyaketo for roto no ona so picture dey to TV no into another my Facebook could also Sompa 93.1 FM. Now follow now share now to message in the Sompa. Then man patrol already 10 rankings Nimya Ketua. Your fellow again Rotary were Babonting and then some to just ask them to see you know one to Tenaku Posipa if you say watch interviews I would talk with my concerning star incident and also to be see ya Nimya again rankings and Babonting a for long time and not on any chimpa brand one you know was there benefit to the papa interviews on Kwasika and Tim Amano I have $1.23 million and I estimate about interviews on Kwasa as some say you know Sika Tabano $1.23 million and I part of the star as well to my camp not just be pierced to my way and so Tabana Patrol already tell road the sea front to Perusa or Cabo Piate and yes they be already tell one guest me patron I am not going to my far again your friend Natasha Level me patron footballers be and then Natasha Level and some other what I sent already tell rankings deno and a better one team seminal and also let to be player and to any Natasha Level entire says what worry bill I'm on a study panel sweat already tell rankings me patron 2017 and then that's what catch the sir who are brand here for rankings and Jamal Wapo they be a one mapa one hotels I want to be second and Nadia Sawariano me no better to be a baware and where you already tell rankings and I'm finding your finish testing cook and 2017 Mutaya and already tell rankings as a coaching preview ababa for the funny Kate so a partner already tell rankings Yano Tabuno and team but the court what I say now me patro 2024 and as I the court me patro my main phone to the ababa your funny Kate to say as some Kodon pursue bill and team to pick case no say already tell rankings on the baba the funny Zaratas and I will what I say on any taste say me patro already tell rankings according to report I don't know permanent part so could the bush more anya just any manum ala fani nyama man na busha for and already tell rankings e kasanto ya nkodam e wo master anyama bakwa no so koye ye abro no kasini nyaketoa wo fe tene yire akotwempra na ante bakwa already tell rankings e ha ne power sase so ene so wo hu oba na oba na skirt na ade no ehim wo skirt no pasa on pasa ne mra gado no anye me patro banya ne sisi na mpo kwa no one against Zaratas awo no already tell rankings it be fetch na for to become na bibia so ye kaba kwaso tabo already ten ranges into obia maso ukraine mo nyampa wo wiase football mu ami patro be coach incredible wars national team no what premier league no makoma ko 13 as a footballer ade ba ko ha na study zip no ontimi ntum wo ya mania me patro already ten ranges wo namu ata se bibia eso enkwe enfo already ten ranges into de kaka eno no pano so ba mo mani already ten Roberto Carlos your former player atem amaru jerba tubo kono mama fanto de said ye tedie ye kubo so already ten Roberto Carlos and me patro mati game no to be total between Argentina and Brazil wo hwe bi no say wo hwe bi na mate bako na ma ne raho wo say Brazil no set to pa ana ye ni Argentina ko boy ya Argentina team bo mate say makomako enan emi team bako no wo say wo did pass the true pa wo so mani nyina omo kame to kada na fei me patro mo ko be faso de Brazil na set team no eso de faso nti ana ne ni atesa already ten Roberto Firmino eso actually tesa person be president and Brazil Football Federation no na ni atesa official already ten and Ronaldo a important figure and Brazil football akaba and commit to makanya bom na fei wo matimi aregnite Brazil omo football no nanka incorporate bom football no saba mekasa do beto makasa Brazil national team no they are virtually dead and saba already ten Roberto Carlos da Rota onon former player the Real Madrid bokono and for Brazil national team no waba mountain no pressure de batuja na watoro man patro men fanto de bosa already ten Roberto Carlos so ebon na wari yebonsema papa no so yese mamen fanto de bosa negire epaso de jai na so negire anani jai se kim ono owoto 173 million pounds and no yebete sekadimo half and for the Japan ajaba negire no na sasa weba ebeto jano sasa reporter no pabese ka pata say already ten Roberto Carlos was fie ewo Brazil ade ama oba na busuafo say fie no mo paso mo fa afefie so bo no Spain no ababa 1% wasan efa say fie no entabo already ten Roberto Carlos mpato tu waterige about the city obo hotel ho wana mpato already ten Roberto Carlos oda also a former player legend entige about for wakaso ba beto bo training grounds wa akunya no so down ade bo already ten Roberto Carlos sasa bo beto da already ten Roberto Carlos de buafo wasan central for aye entro and mo tadia to the so one ne and the moto fanya de center ko bia ho what as ente say bia ye ba beti de busua ye ba beti de tapade mu mienu enso etoma man hafa wasen fon center for eso ho one body bra what as ente we yesba already ten Roberto Carlos da Rota the patron we a former player and the Mario Gelman to bobo kuwa ba mountain and no person de batuja mo mami abrante for the Jadon Sancho ye pro second Manchester United bobo kono obono to tomato se bobo kono and no patron para me to bono Borussia Dortmund bobo kono epaso borussia ni abrante for the Jadon Sancho and abrante the pano for be sekai at him about Borussia Dortmund bobo kono at the end of the season according to report no pamese ka pata say Jadon Sancho epaso do to subio esia kan taba Chelsea bobo kono wakati the management say epaso return na focus akadema Borussia Dortmund bobo kono up to date abrante no nego so and Borussia Dortmund players ni bitin ko ba say masa me pese me sa ba de mani agina Borussia Dortmund bobo kono ntina me atum na sese no so na mo so Chelsea bobo kono o ma ja abrante for the Jadon Sancho so nko na focus akadema Borussia Dortmund bobo kono na Dortmund pay for Chelsea ka atem aba Manchester United bobo kono e ma na nyongo wa abrante ne pese return ekosi akadema Borussia Dortmund bobo kono ntane report a lot of pamese ka ye want to na so to mo yet mo tere so me ko be mo ntiri bobo kono so ye me ko ko etu kakra e wo be mo ntiri bobo kono me pato mo me abrante for Alfonso David Boy to no for Alfonso Davis ana for abrante for Dayo Stankuno Upamecano ono so e pro sakai adba Diamond to bobo kono omo international break no me patro ready to the first time ko sakai adma kana international team no ko pai me patro brand the buyer medicate no access to ready thing and ya Alfonso Davis no perifo confirm say wakwakunya anterior cruciate ligament injury ama for the next year 6 months already to the first Davis 8 months sakai and for Diamond to bobo kono already to the Dayo Stankuno Upamecano so ko pai ama to not confirm say on the best of all weeks about no to Mr. Kai and from Bermud to Bobo two important players and Bermud to Bobo international break no woman that follow Bobunya Kokopa already to the first David Boy and of a planted to the Dayo Stankuno Upamecano along let's say defend Mr. Kai and Bermud to Bobo way a big blow and ready to the first percentage in company in point to run for the first time company manager at the Babu Chubukuno, not sporting director about Babu Chubukuno or anything and the Mas Ebel as you for two people so Cabo Biate Sompa Cooper to Jabania was international break that have Babu Chubukunipa a fin team no epic what I say no more two important players I could pano about Babu Chubukunipa Naso and Periphony players no supporters no players no local pano what would the total support and should remember players instead of beer one bit to get more fitness then maybe pass with Makwe at the Babu Chubukuno our first series for the rest of the season one to the second and from Babu Chubukuno already to the tire Upamikano there or better return after the season on as with Masonafay be pass with Makwe at the Babu Chubukuno take a car if you Babu Chubukuno Masoya after the Babu Mami already gained and Sandro Wagner a assistant manager at the German national team where assistant already turned to the Nagasman. Now son already turned to the Nagasman. What the penalty cut so where started the contract at the German national team now me at 2026 World Cup or the coach or double call now for World Cup to make sure and you make and so to the German national team no assistant coach already turned also an Sandro Wagner out to date already me convinced what the penalty cut so they started the contract and some at the German national team you say na me at the season west or person the fuck will be now the part of the soccer program our German Bundesliga anymore I don't know report on the Pameseka part of the Joshua Takimic and the coach to go so think about the pair or better convince the coach of a former Bermudian first strike already to the Central Wagner or the penalty cut as not me started the contract and so about the German national team of a woman also to program our World Cup number the pair to make at about Germany for the Tadeka Cup and on a Panaso bar more money I brought for the answer money body 40 also to run off also fatigue you put on Sakai at the Boston Mokono Boston put a photo to a branch for already to the that Africa manager about Pastor Bobokono. When I appointed in Comosa Massa, wouldn't be more. Our Pastor Bobokono promoting nothing Pastor Bobokono, the low crowd. Konakuma Kabubi, a branch for the also Fatisa Ahiniha, men come be a pastor for the resume. It is a pastor through a yet to be courtesa. A Pastor Bobokono, the better Master Kokabia. Why should I start club now? Come pressure. Not from a career, no some echo question no matter the basic piano, the patronatus was a kind, and the Pastor Bobokono. Some people according to report another play may say come their protest already to the Ansumani Pori Fati also to the often also Fati when they started the contract in Tabano till 2030 no for me patrona kitchen no matter spread the waters here now me and Tumnas appointed the place kata super na kitchen increase according to control the wedding card sign and some later pastor Bubu Kurano I appointed for the Ansumani Pori Fati also to the often also Fati appointed for the Paul Kubasi report another public come purchase store. Now there's a bunch of fit to the Miatuma, or better ya follow Tema Pastor Bubukura against or Sasuna Bubukuro, and then I planted the thing and then Ronald Federico Arroyo Tasova, report another public purchase, Namiatuma elected Bauchana or Baba Drew Bedra, medicating the tester appointed for the Fedi, already telling Ronald Arroyo Nafe, Umaya Sapranted the fit to Betumas Sakai, and then Pastor Bubukura against was Sasuna Bubukura, and Nika, another pay, if you Pastor Bubukura for Basuya, and so they bar. You want to be so to be to the so Oko Facebook the so Sompa 93.1 FM. Now follow now share now to message to the pardon pay you back in cash to be to the so I'm a person that work with me part of the Africa. Me baba yetu makaka and so Africa na nyasa mkitoka World Cup qualifiers na and also to be told that so far me patron 7 countries about qualify over room our World Cup anymore what is so far Argentina about the 7th year country 2026 World Cup no me patron metu qualify artists na me to elected by 2026 Argentina for the room me patron be defending champions in nyasa 20 no ye to TV this one Mexico for the hosting Canada for so hosting US for so hosting Japan for the big qualifier, New Zealand qualify, and of Iran, and so Poboje to qualify Argentina for ABS 7th country mutuma rom awo 2026 World Cup ni ma enema so ebetuma ko etema Argentina fo no na me patro matching game ba ko a etime boy na Argentina fo de time qualify e awo nyame atuma US 2026 no against Brazil national team no enya some ketro kra no na me patro already ten Rodrigo Javier de Paul player was kan aduma Atletico ba tubo ko no o se enfo to pe so ka bo biate se me patro gradually anytime be Argentina national team be no opportunity wo mo share country be no mo prove eche wiase ban say na World Cup no mo kwaje no is not on silver platter wo mo promoting na the kwaje ye wo mo Australian team me patro wo mo tuma campaign no for mo for long time the be no mo prove consistency and say no mo che Brazil it me yo mo ekam and nine I'm part of Brazil for the take back me patron full quarters here way against some appoint the thing and so Rodrigo Javier de Paul see academy let it come back to Bobo Kono one on time I don't know person about to try now appoint the same front to Perusa or Cabo Piate semi patron I am Argentina national team no or the best national team we are say now say a Drew Brown we are saying to know for the respect and so the Argentina for Rodrigo Javier de Paul.
No sé si lo dijo, lo escuché. ¿Concordás? ¿Estás de acuerdo o no?
Bueno, ya lo dijo Julián. Ya lo dijo él.
Sí. No sé si lo dijo, lo escuché. ¿Concordás? ¿Estás de acuerdo o no?
Bueno, ya lo dijo Julián. Ya lo dijo él.
Sí.
Yes, I know you're brought for Rodrigo Javier de Paul Sama or not so that to Jay and another person to my way to the so. No one part of the Tennessee, I brought the Julian of Varasa. Me Pacha Martin, a great game. What I say, I know my brother for the society was say, we gave them a dance. What I say, no, I am a Pacha ready to the Julian of Varasa and Sama or not so the two after the game. Now, me Pacha, but me from to the Massa, who rubber World Cup stories. I want to do so. More mommy already did Mohammed Mahmoud Maghreb Salakali. To do not fit the ball Salah, where you put a kind of money for probable Kono, after some the Egyptian national team, when they captain the most Salah, after so many Israeli force with the body came in the Egyptian national team, Yamuano, the Piasso to be Korean, that about the pharaohs of Egypt. No, but be a one pitch, this would be a Israeli for no be a patrol the most Salah, a picture, including the technical team. What I say, a team patrol already to the most Salah, spending a lot of time. Our picture, so making sure so be a requested for picture piano what the man in future no and I get that two team that's what Chaba could pen with a picture or Chaba could not picture what I said no I the superstar monster the Egyptian god and Rasulio for the opportunity and then the ball game or picture that's no be taking the picture that way or be at the cotton him maybe be some that tobacco away man no more hey maybe the most of the picture that's no and your song go near your father no or to her not me patch of bone that's what no I am planted for the most a lot the feel that him also they pa you want to muscle to bubble for all Africa me patron the current a year matches and to be boy no international break here me patron 48 games me to be told me patron 122 goals and you say here I want me patron Africa international break here 2 matches will be a boy no me patron 122 goals and obiam also to be boy and of 22 home wins and a choir and so the countries no and of 13 home draws and a typical enough in 13 home defeats of 14 away wins and of 13 away draws and of 22 away defeats and also let me buy our 48 games and also to be total our World Cup qualifiers no our the current international breaker yet to be running and Africa as we said no and you want to man pay some at the bubble here to so me patriyanko Morocco now what through Morocco my man front to the yes, matches way. Yes, matches way. Matches way. I know to be so. Our World Cup qualifiers, our African continent. So some matches are movable in Morocco for the host here. And 2 per country. Me patch most of the matches World Cup qualifiers no so African continent this one. And your Morocco, Ethiopia, Egypt, Kosovo, Morocco. After my main fan to the say Ethiopia, Djibouti, Kosovo, Morocco, Central African Republic in Madagascar, and Kosovo, Morocco, and of Central African Republic in Mali, and also Kosovo, Morocco, Comoros, and Mali, and Kosovo, Morocco. After Comoros and Chad, Burundi and La Côte d'Ivoire, Burundi and Seychelles, Madagascar and Ghana, Niger and Morocco, after Morocco and Tanzania, and Burkina Faso and Djibouti, and Kosovo, Morocco for almost stadiums and also Morocco. Says there, Morocco, at the countries of Africa, and to send to Kosovo Bicroba, and after the first letters in Yapa, Yedina, Morocco, Nafe, Yakoko, and Kama, and then be a sweat to Morocco for no, the Boston, Africa countries, and Yasaketo. Tokra, me patron, Mamma Fanto, the Bossa, or Roman Samufoma, already telling Victor James or Seaman, and so Koya Tebi Altasa, woman in Zimbabwe for the bunny, and Mammy Patron gave me a 1-1. Master Nas for Shampa, Mammy already telling Eric Echella. Up to date, me patron according to report, I don't know, Pebble Seka Patasa, and a pay or run a hospital mania, and when you may see what picture that's on Nigeria for, no more taking lead or running himself, or Baby Winnie Kevin, or not Zimbabwe for Babate, and to end us on your way, video now, they get to a year TV national, also Afcon, and of course, one like Cote d'Ivoire, or Roadway, or Konya shock me in so good, it's a man, so you started and so the go ready to the Erichella trim, artists and then Yas and Peto, and Sacred on this and 14 Kobaka, me Patarano, Reporter, no Pemeseka Patasa, Papa the course, but to send a beer, the Patamito Nafe, the press and the sweat about from, I'm a Piason, get to Macudano, and the Kubusa brought for the Victor, or company for San Yamana, already to the Victor Simon, yeah, I will pay to the Sudan, as I planted a Jewish and Tima or Pesa, Nigeria for the time players now, and also there be, top player, and that's what we shall go. None of so country no more prepare, Nafe, Motumania, the opportunity, someone to Roma World Cup, and Nima Kobani say, but it's all being frustrated into a pass of frustration, and I'm out planted for the Victor Simon, yes, say, I will pay to the Sunafe, me Patro Biaka, son, one who did it in the teammates, nothing. I know I have some of me Patro already thing, and then Victor Oko Boniface, Wabba Mountain, and other pain, that's what about to your life on Sompa 93.1 FM. You went to another person to bound. No, we had to get to the Sunti Nigeria for no, we must say, in Zimbabwe for say, what the Kata Koko Murphy from Penny for the calf, Amania, we must so much go, refuge, a clear goal. Refinande in Tomocho Kata protest and Yaka Zimbabwe for the Soba Montero person about to Jalibia for as a Cameroon party and Kejama and Komutimi winning game on Tomoso de Kata and the Kokomafi from Penny for Goes to Bia, Refano Jemfi for South Africa one, as sure Papa Libya for the show, Echo making complaints and Yaka, a free African continent, that's what they pardon of pay. Young Watma at the Amabu to life on Sompa 93.1 FM was so good so with Rescanu take what another patron, or Sabaka, not for me, Piason, let to Makwe, and so to Mania, some people come in patron, Mammy, Abrantia, your friend Enzo Fernandez, Yermias, and Godo, to the friend Enzo Fernandez was your kind of matches, Sibokono, Abrantia the Gono Naya, and about the Atlanta National against Brazil. According to Startable Parties, Argentina for the ball 35 passes and Sana Sampo no Kokototem after that and Yasam Ketokran which is Argentina for the motor Brazil for no and Yasam Ketokran what I said so I go no and the two TV national planting for Enzo Fernandez and the second go no boy and some about the Atlanta National team 35 passes and we put it together what the body to them and so about the Atlanta National team Tereka and on a pedestal. You want to pass what we have to bet to the so already to the Philippine Melo and some other pay me more bit more Papa Nikayam and it's a Brazil players no me Pacho Gusu Trente artist after former players who commented already to the Philippine Melo where you have their power but train and some that about Brazil for no was it say communist will beat the baby and I said will be by the page no because Brazil for Omunya Nema oba bloqué what as a sense way me patron no per report me say capaters every Saturday and couple muso tena and so no na already to the junior to the foul and per for body nasi to near permanent near to the show the finish them na for me to prepare for another quarter on some the better panofe waba toso yetuma and so to pass national team no na to static kasa already to the teacher they went to the proper will be a 1.8 games pa no winning system matters we bought 60 games. We bought 80 games. We winning 60 and 24 patches and more from no more ready to the TT and no more ready to the junior Dorival. A buyer Dorival so buy about a good team. No, and no air can not pay if we Brazil from the match yesterday, but to Brazil for coach. No, one more Pamanafe will be first one to have a transfer yetuma and some that about Brazil national team take a car and on a pencil bar. You want to match one to we had to the so. Yeah, that's what thing could have said. There's something bar live for some 93.1 FM and I was so good so with you know me patron. My men fan to the Muslim, the 10 year old consul from my men fan to the Muslim, the 10 year, me patron, Abrante for the Hurricane players. I want to also say, Hurricane matches need to a bus time, my players need paper. Young Sharp planted for the full set Davis. Walk with the anterior cruciate ligament into the soul. Or must to serve 5 and penny for the football no mo ka bi wo no o mo fi players no intertrue players no mo managers access no for motivate nkobo se the player me patrol schedules no bia betumanya ne fair share na nkobo se pressure be players no mo na so na fe prepare no na so etima to aso ne yesaba abrante for hurricane ono so aba bonteno no penso de batotwa already tina Adimola Lukman no say my stories be paid about pa Adimola Lukman report no pay me say come e purchase Atlanta base bobo kuna press 50 million pounds on abrante for Adimola Lukman so prepare na Branaba for Manchester United bobo kuna percent omo abrante for Adimola Lukman and for already tina Victor James was the two Nigerians edobo pa no mo be say kan edobo Manchester United bobo kuna say there omo so munya fire power e won no matter ko players obetuma create bogos no na for Manchester United team na mo etuma yese na ma be piaso etuma ko ete ama Manchester United bobo kuna you still private so bombo bobo kuna so pay 55 million euros and so the metro da Pontia you for the private na for ono so etuma be say kan taba Manchester United bobo kuna Manchester United pay for part say Abrantia the thing and so and ama tell na me atuma later by next month or return na for ono so etuma to Manchester United team kama na Raul Asensio so the penalty kata so why study the contract then tabaru gelba to bobo kono Real Madrid for wo mo defender na fi wetima so from aye Castilla no Real Madrid pay for part say duma na kono so pono enya semketo enti osa akrono edepend esi kratas we study the contract no ema Real Madrid bobo kono nti the picture the team with so nya semketo kwanya me atuma little ball na players oboko South America bunyina at the one plane private jet babedru Spain na for bia so to the club enti players obusia kan edema Barca Atletico Madrid Real Madrid bunyina eso to makabu mo mbofa one private jet enti wo a wo yonko ko ene muta plane mo say Abrante de Rafinha ene ya Leandro Paredes no tokone kwesi na fei Alejandro Tagliafico no mpacho tokone kwesi no kwa be na mbofa so atsan ni mu ti nyina no kakra no pai no so eba ye wontima so taba bo ye tuma tere so ntina no pai me catch us tell us some fan to the say wo call credit and bond is be bra eni so ko be bia wo the robot tell us connecting energies and one so wo tale *530# no we miaso almost options ni ba so wo bond is be bra betuma to so pe aye call credit be bra wo betuma to so no mom aye call credit and for bundles and tell us edemo at a time enti uni nyina no choice no e wo ho enti de dale na for edge bundles ni be na for credit ni be na for sure half na be bia so enko informal tell us connecting energies what as enti wo pe aye network je na so padia obi ase tell us enya seketoa donek haba mister Edroway, me boy, no, better be a what in Carol Post, yeah, what say ye, and Mamadro, Donak, no, Master Bojumo. Now, me patch Diamond Scientific Research and Alternative Medicine Hospital, or more, and a desert to waste with Tapa. Hey, Edroway, I'm not your Donak, and yes, I'm going to talk about Bema, Utrum, Password, you say, premature ejaculation, that's what they recover for the star. No, what up, Abacasa Kukona. Wafani yonko goye no wata hoti mikeja no pato menya sa emesem akoko edi ababu ni kom no wata ho no ntimi sore o se utimi tse na so kama na fe wo ye for the pump be 30 minutes na wo ye adwuma na ko ba sa ensinsemu eri entonek probably so se betuma kabi ana fe mi pato wo so wutimi ko first run no ye be yo yirede ade ni ntimi pede bio esi ni task de se kontomu edi akaja donek sa wo de nyabinom na de bia obedja so kama what has intimate mafia obi enya donek na obedra so kama pa ana fa boost immune system no wo so a wadwe no pese enema bu a wo ya asense so ase wontumi nwini ye ni nya onya doneka enyema beto akoye so demosisi ya de ebeyiri nyina so de free ho na kumasia udru fedimens misty ana fa udru ocean cabes udru dani heba edi ya pharmacy baseline pharmacy adaruk pharmacy ana fa samenko habme ana fa Sompa pharmacy na fa fodro heba ordinary udru wo sam na so beto akabi ho ana fa udru N&A herbal ni na udru ha kede tia won sason e beto akabi na se patas udru ha won se beto akabi udru sunyane akra dunko no fe be bia bedru bia goso obuase he be bia bedru bia no obiase eye donek e memedro opadu no to a 0246 72 76 77 0246 72 76 77 ya homa obetuma fe donek fo na fe wono mom aswetu betin kobo kama in boost herbal besta no so twaso nyabino nyabo bona mekato say draway about bomb a boost to immune system no come ama hotel sweet to my panty ya tv city petrol no work quentin kwa and no parts on common hotel will form into in boost herbal mixture the people ball no na me catch us or ya somebody the diagram o koto kron castle da be bit ma ko so de memo baby to no bia no de okwa wo so pe o pause in the draw no in boost herbal mixture Nebinom na usisi mo be den kama pa afa ema no ase so be clear ema no ase be clear tachiri nyina be firi wo kama ana fa bi pato wa wo problem wa kuma ho obra bo sa be bia wo problem bia no start say wononom imposter ba mr da ene ba beto akwa so jamo panu do to 024620 8496 024620 8496 ya homa obetuma fa imposter ba mr opposed not do na fa wonomo tin komo prince me pato what to say Bibia Bokodi, Prince. Okay. And that's what was your address of catch a special day. Philip, what to say? You didn't go to Philip. Apostle. Apostle shirt here, so Peba Kumamio. When penny for shirt, pa. Oh, Apostle. Okay, Mate. Also, and you need to change also shirt in you. Come on. Prince. Hey, Prince, you know. And you bet you play. Said was your address in there. Okay. So, special day.
No. Oh, there is special day. As a short for one when you
Young.
Made a video people transport the war with it on the network near but before that, you move in the Copa America, and I say South America World Cup qualifies near any Mabakumi and everyone. We see Adeba Kwan, a Mwaka Kanye, how a month for baby who says South America or more qualifications near much cheaper than or they compare Europe. Because what Europeans know there are some big names, baby, because Uber Europe says here now, Ubefa air some national teams that they've made some statements in the world and are well known more than the South Americans, no? And South America, mostly people think say, oh, man, Argentina, Brazil, Uruguay, and they make the name, and somehow Colombia, they make the name there. But one thing among for us, I dream about, say, though the Europeans are having big needs, but some qualification, the South American qualification is much more difficult than the European games. Among for dream course, one thing comparatively, let's say Europe for the big names near Bebre, Argentina, Spain, Netherlands, Belgium, but more qualifications now. To qualify is very easy at Europe than to qualify in the South American qualifications. No? And the reason has been this: almost game no different, almost style of play different. And in comparison to the European game, no, and you see a different way altogether. Why Europeans now? Almost big names, but almost I was some friend teams where always they come to share points. But when you go to the South America, mostly it's not like that. Of South America, they have big teams there on here much more than the European ones because you see, I mean, okay, so compare South America, looking at even their table, no, to talk about, you know, Argentina or Ecuador, Uruguay, you talk of Brazil, Paraguay, Colombia, Venezuela, Bolivia, Peru, Chile. These are the 10 teams now. And to carry 10 teams more, a mummy and Sampa and 4 be pair, and I back us for Majid. But Omubo game we saw what Argentina and then Brazil did. But before that, no, yes, Colombia and Paraguay, and I mean, Farkas in Chubia. The NT maybe who said the South American air qualification is much more difficult than the European ones. No? Once a Colombia and Paraguay and a boy. And it ended in 2-2. Going into the game, a lot of people would have been thinking, so with the Colombia back Paraguay because they needed that point. So they are secure or more say at least going for don't make me qualify. Very true, very good. Colombia is having some good air quality at their disposal right now. But in comparison to time, no more the Copa America final in 2021. We share almost starting lineup now. Much more different in comparison to energy. and the offer the Colombian lineup no very good. So we hear that's what this is what Omode call final in the 2021. But over list here that's we are. Ubenyo bit is Vargas. Ni Odemu, Daniel Munoz, Sanchez, Lukumi, the likes of Machado, Castano, the likes of Jefferson, Lemamo, Santiago Arias, Rodrigo James Rodriguez, Luis Diaz, John Duran. We now honor. But in comparison, a sad time no more will be to say the video spinner or didn't experience no honor. Sad time and ne goalkeeper no them Camilo Vargas no understudy or spinner. Sad time the Daniel Munoz no understudy a branch FN Estefan Medina. Always sit here no. And the left side as well. Adesina William to say you more honor. In the midfield, Rubenio bit to say Gustavo Cuellar, Voma Barrios, the likes of Matias Uribe. These are players that Satan no more honor and Satan no more performance near much higher than any D. But yet you can still say where's squad here that's year Colombia is having a fair share of quality in there. Because if you are having the experience of James Rodriguez, when he goes to the national team or a different beast altogether, at least you have that much experience there. They played against Air Paraguay, they couldn't win. Oh, Mwankasa home. But the amount for Shini, my papa friend Gustavo Alfaro. This a man or the coach for Air Paraguay. Frankly speaking, I feel that this man is doing a very fantastic job. And the reason has been this. So I have Saturday now Air Paraguay, they man kuye more mono. Ne papa friend Daniel Guerrero na na ewo hodom Ganero rather on na ewo hodom, and he was losing a lot of games. And omo pamo no Emma this man Gustavo Alvaro by Gustavo Alvaro club side Alfaro rather club side the performance nature than you Boca Juniors no kone namwa. But when he decided to go international, why very good? He picked Ecuador or my Ecuador rising to the top. At least we saw what Ecuador is doing now. Oma continue from there. It's a nice or Ecuador. Also table no so no more top 3 in the movie. Or before Costa Rica, we saw what he did with the team. He progressed them. Omomu developed Basel, and now at Paraguay, he's doing the same thing. It is already players now. Ekutani is here now. You might be thinking so where they are here for. Almost then making names ni bebree. But then ubenya some 1 or 2 quality beer what they are blended ni team no. It is almost bar at the back ubenya obi tisa Babuena, Adrete, Caceres, Alonso. These are not players that are known. But on himself cop the qualification now. On the 30 I consider lesser number of goals. So it tells you the quality okuta uko many honoma Miguel Meron our honum ubenya obi tisa Julio Enciso Galaza and then Avalos mo. We will know you so but over the performance or them Paraguay are performing so very well right behind Brazil. Always it and so the South American games no in a way amount for dream but the development and how they play their game no that is even when so mobile World Cup international games now. Omunya one particular team aside Brazil, Uruguay, Colombia more naturally, and I say Argentina more naturally. Bebo Mudino. She adia Chile. When Opeki Onya form, look at what he did. Even Colombia can Opeki no Onya form with James Rodriguez more. Should obey in the World Cup. You see the point I'm making here. But if you offer another bad European game, the European game it is hardly. And they be some big names be air qualification and tendency degree, but the Copa American or the South American air qualification in the NTSA. And frankly speaking, I feel that those underrating the South American qualification, they should stop because they're much more difficult than how Europeans need the ACT. And no Argentina and Brazil. Let me tell you this: Brazil lost. Now when him say, "Mami make it this statement," the quality or the levels has dropped. The levels has dropped. So we have Brazil squad or more shots here. We have Argentina squad or more shots here. And clearly, you feel some more level on drop it. Because some time ago, now we know it is a Matias Cunha. Oh, no, they lead the Brazilian attack. It will never happen. Some time ago, now we know it is a Murillo. Oh, no, their partner Marquinhos. You get a point I'm making here.
Yeah.
Some time ago, over on right and left back now, come on. There was a certain Marcelo, there was a certain Daniel, there was a certain Kafumo, our way as Edgeman in the midfield. There was some huge name players in there. Gilberto Silva, more Casemiro, Munina Betiki over. But a name, I am women, the Wahonum. That's why we are there. Those levels not dropping. Still, I felt that Brazil right now are more individual quality more than a Bobo from Argentina. and that's what me or you're from Argentina. Didn't you make us so Brazil at least omu players omu do omu bonus work omu club side or be an integral member of the team. You see the point I'm making here. But Ekobas or Mobile as a team, and they had the problem for them. But Argentina, which are players, Tagliafico, up to now, 37-year-old Nicolas Otamendi, Esha said them Argentina. You get a point here. Now, Luna, or Atletico Madrid, on chance, but he plays on the regular for Argentina. In the midfield, Rodrigo, Di Paul, Enzo Fernandez, Leandro Paredes, the both games. No, if you go to the club side, the influence, not the same. But when they come to the national team side, Lionel Scaloni has been able to give them that kind of bonding into a mobile game now. And found team or Mukoshiano, so Ronaldo, so Messi, they play as a team. That is why they won the World Cup. I'm not for the no more yes, and Argentina and Carry Messi. It is because of that teamwork. They knew says the way and to me and yeah, Juma saw yeah. Let me go help him. They make sure so on Messi share each other, complement each other. That is why Argentina is playing like this.
Okay.
Now, Safo, around Renas one.
Akabaku.
Okay, and the other my main fair. Ransford, so on can be.
What you're doing is
that can be the video now. My main fair. Madrid is going in for a branch friend Martin Mendy and looking at how our story is missing for them. They've had a conversation with Mendy. Look, he's one particular player, maybe Penasem. The style of play in the play. Mami highlight here DB Madrid for more arguing for them before Mendy Bebaba. With Mendy is not a player you can leave the midfield for. Video name here show saying you're ready. It's very unfortunate. You can make sure it's not a player who bet me a leave midfield.
Oh, sir, almost
when he's on the ball.
Then there's someone who can control and set the tempo of the game.
Yes, and he will be able to
what
do
you're
that.
passing,
Yeah, he
passing.
will be able to do that. Because why even last year, open players are no bought a lot of passes, midfielders a lot of passes. Abranti a friend of Martin Mendy. He wasn't ranked in the top 10. Because already in a single game, Obi Rodrigo Cascantimo, over 80 passes.
Okay.
Mendy, they are not on the average, no, or must somewhere around 50. Telling you, sir, or involved in the game, they that or about Kubu on one, or be making sure, or best at tempo, no pass back where Bebano, more labor on the Atuaman, always progressing the ball. This is what is particular with Abrantia, your friend Martin Mendy. I've been a video now, I think, say, a man behind yes, a man behind me, but you have much now. Who said my shadow is an indication. Mentioned actually the reason why all my brain a beboa, but they should be very much aware. When no man or Benti. You just to a many and Akamaviga.
Okay.
They should rather let go of Luka Modric. No one creating space for this boy. Onya to a many Kamavinga more energy now. Clearly, a bit me up what I'm a nice successful.
Okay, but that's it.
Get the time to
But that's it. Mother in Fifi, obey here or den her Barbie test. Or den her Barbie test India said, boys, they don't know so much and Fifi what they are. And yet, Tawe Pa, Tintimae, one body and oh, yeah, we get a selection now. Was it Dindin now? None of getting Dindin now. What has Inti or den her Barbie test? When you've been on ma, make out yourself, and you might be to acquire so the most system bed, praying about ejaculation, and Chanu a Jemu. None and yet, because what there's room in ano, a bit ama be a sweat tobacco, the amount Bema, well done. A fay precasa powder, those who just so in a binum, nabobo, a immune system booster, beboa, now fay, I want this sweat to my bunny pigeon, the biobit to my year Juma, what has over year Juma, by year Juma, and now fay me patch of stroke, diabetes, hepatitis, hypertension, how all start to crew, Yaripia do crew piano, me patch of Betty and Oquetti, ya. No room and so a boy herbal and medical research center. How now call now for Quaquaju Iris and body a Juma will bond will gather Hano and Yasam Ketoko and Timmy Potter who wrote cra. You were Kaswa official town with your chakwine at Utu Sunania. You was Zinco Divine Junction and Alpha in Kranza. You were at Deciman or Drag Equanaso and I said Drag Quanaso Fe. You walk Kumasi Aduato Dumano Obon your chakwa Techiman. You're being post office no. And then Obo Herbal and Medical Research Center in Como 0249 761508 0249 761508 Ahoma obetuma frɛ ɔbɔ herbal and medical research center na fo ne mpanyinfoɔ ɛso ɛtumi ɛdi nkɔmɔ kama paa na wadaroma mpatwɔ ba memfa nto anim sɛ cloud internet sɛ bra mepatwɔ wabie company bi wopɛ internet de akɔ hɔ anaasɛ wofie hɔ wopɛ sɛ wode internet ɛso kɔ hɔ sɛsɛ wɔsɛ baabi a wonam biara no wo internet wo ho kama na biribi atumi akɔ yɛ so wode ama nti mepatwɔ wadaroma ram ɛwɔ cloud internet na yɛ IPVT installation ana afei yɛ hotspot and Wi-Fi deployment ana afei ɛba no security loss awodoɔ a ne nyinaa no ɛyɛ adwuma wate aseɛ wopɛ sɛ wo install wo CCTV cameras na fabra bɛdan deɛ bɛyɛ adwuma no kamakama ɛnso ɛde ama yɛyɛ web hosting ne nyinaa yɛyɛ ɛwɔ yɛaso yi nti masa cloud internet deɛ wode na wode asɛm adwuma mo bɔ na no ɔde papa yɛwɔ tech kwan so top high yɛne love fm aboro sa ne din hwɛ ne mu ɛne yɛni nkɔmmɔ 0244 601 933 0244 601 933 yahoma a wobɛtuma frɛ cloud internet na afei wone ɔmo adi nkɔmmɔ yɛwura yɛnkoa ne mu sound.
Yes, I breathe Brazil and I sleep Brazil. Okay. I drink Brazil. I'm a big fan of the Brazil game. Now,
any one food poison.
And it's here the food poison. The Brazilian levels not dropping. My brother Prince rightly said, quality not dropping for both national teams. We have comparative analysis of Brazil and Argentina of yesterday. No, Brazil and Argentina of today. I say Super Classico no tag no is not living up to its billing. Now guess what? The Brazil team of 1970 till date is the best national team in football. The Brazil team of 1970. Still FIFA believes and on your online polls to determine which is the best national team. We are seeing Brazil of 1970, Spain of 2010, France of 1998. These were the national teams where the comparisons. And many knew what the French national team led by Zidane a year in 98 and almost dominated by going on to win the Euros in 2000. The team was led by Zinedine Zidane. And they were star-studded. As a wolf individuals, we bought Mudian, Biadi Modu. So we for goalkeeper Fabien Barthez. Now we bought Laurent Blanc, and Marcel Desailly. We bought Lilian Thuram. Now we bought Bejen Telizarazu. Yuri Jokayev Niyman or Petit. Now what's the Bobi to say Zinedine Zidane theory Henry? To some extent, Henry crowd 98, was a bench warmer. But Stefan Guivac, no leader attack for France. This guy Leboeuf, Christian Sigan Munina were bench warmers, and that was the France team of 1998. Said me widen my arguments, equal 2010 Spain. Meaning him said the best midfield trio. Xavi Iniesta, Andres Iniesta, Xavi Iniesta, and Sergio Busquets. The Spain team of 2008, that is 2010. David Villa and Fernando Torres. The team had steam, and they had players. They can define the game when the going gets tough. Unfortunately for them, there were players that no one should need in that team. Someone like Carlos Marchena, Obiti said one Cap de Villa, need but when you give them the job, but the Brazil team of 2000, that is 1970, let's just one for the tactical illustrations and into Somami. The Brazil lineup of 1970, goalkeeper no Felix. There was no weakness in that team. Now, the coach that time, Mario Zagallo, bought 4 back. Obo Carlos Alberto at right back. Obo Brito, any Piazza at 4 and 5. No, but Brent Efene Veraldo at left back. Now, what he did in the middle, and say, Obo 2 central midfielders. In the people of Clodoaldo, any Gerson. And apart from that, Obo a player, Obo Romy, but left-footed in Rivellino. And apart from Rivellino, Obo Jezino as the attacking midfielder. No, Obo Pele, any Tostao. Obo Pele and Tostao as the attack. In the system, no more or less like a 4-2-1, 4-2-1-1-2. That was the system under Brazil, a boy in 1970. Until date, it is the greatest national team we are seeing. Now, so when I roll arguments from 1970, Eddie see the Brazil team since after 1970, Brazil equal a barren spell. Omanji World Cup ne pain. 74, 78 in Argentina, 82 in Spain, 86 in Mexico, 1990 in Italy, and it was in 1994 in USA, na Brazil World Cup, led by Carlos Alberto Pereira. But Brazil, any two coaches be no who believe in the philosophy of Pele. Pele, after winning the World Cup in 1970, in an interview, Yebisa no, or said Brazilian game is o jogo bonito. Yaka jogo bonito. That is the beautiful game. That is the expression of samba football. Jogo bonito. Spain diano tiki taka. Brazil diano jogo bonito. And Pele can't jogo bonito no. After Brazilian biasu say our game is beautiful. The beautiful game is jogo bonito. And Brazil instituted the jogo bonito at the 1994 World Cup. And the winners of the World Cup. Unfortunately, Timano Muye are aesthetically clever for Brazil. The 82 team led by Zico. They were aesthetically clever. All departments. Just obia nimchen. You born down here anymore. Obia nimye. But unfortunately, 82 and 86 in Mexico. Brazil and Mobra at the World Cup. Spain 82 and 86 in Mexico. 1990 in Italy. Brazil and San Mobra. But there was a barren spell again for Brazil. After Brazil won 1998 World Cup final against France, Brazil appointed coaches bia. Those coaches said the philosophy of Brazil. One, Emerson Leão. Emerson Leão led Brazil to the 2001 Confederations Cup. And 2001 Confederations Cup, they were beaten by France at the semi-final. And it was under Emerson Leão. And Emerson Leão no shy away from the jogo bonito. And our boss are robust, gritty, and gutsy football. No? And that is not the style of Brazil. After Emerson Leão, another man I may blame him powerful, spoiling the facet of Brazilian game. Dunga. Carlos Caetano Bledon Very.
Yeah.
Dunga style in your fair. Dunga na say Brazilian game. Na style in ye. He won the Confederations Cup for Brazil in 2009 in that is South Africa. By 2010 at the World Cup, the same in South Africa, South America, that is South Africa. No, you couldn't see a pattern of play. Kaka became the elder statesman, led by together with that is Robinho and Elano. But then Brazil never played the Brazil that we knew at the 2010 World Cup in South Africa. Unfortunately, Brazil were hauled off at a quarterfinal when Omulusi 2-1 to the Netherlands. Now from there on, appointments in the day, Ramo Emmanuel Menezes Saba. Now currently Dorival Jr. Tite Subaye. But you see, so who your comparative analysis? Now I read the system, the symphony, the champagne football, and a Brazil Bona coaches Bebre shy away from the system. And I would always maintain this. Felipe Scolari in team not called 2002 World Cup. No, it's never the Brazil's best team. That team, no, the only thing about Brazil no say there were players are now omukra the samba identity, and those players are not samba identity. No, 1 year Rivaldo, 2 year Ronaldo, and 3 year Rivaldo, Ronaldinho. Now the three R's, Emma Brazil the samba identity. So any game be a game no more than Biano. It was between the three players, no, they define the game, no. Brazil against England at the quarterfinal. England got the first goal through Michael Owen. But player bet say Cano Rivaldo. And look at that sweet assist from Ronaldinho. It was Samba. Now that free kick from Ronaldinho against the Seaman, Jogo Bonito. That is Brazil. But and then you know that system Bibiana Sassan. And now we have Brazil midfielder. Why never Andre? Who bought against Argentina? What's the Andre no ball midfield for Brazil? Oh. Now guess what? Enra, there was that gritty and gutsy nature. No, let me himself play on him patches. So the most complete midfielder for Brazil and Bruno Guimaraes. So I was like, wow, why no Bruno Guimaraes? When I'm near lineup and that this is the lineup at Brazil Bebono, we decided said the game where the bad even at the Monumental. Now Prince rightly said, who can individual names now on any given day, and they would you even compare or get close Thiago Almada to Rafinha? Where they crowd compare, but Argentina a follow system be and a far more. Says there is that continuity at Argentina, and then no Messi, no problem. There is continuity, but Brazil, say no, Brazil can never do without Neymar. Even Neymar crowd paid 9-2. He is still the best player for the Brazil national team, whether we like it or yes. And Brazil and we're losing 4-1 to Argentina. And who ball against you, Colombia? You played Marquinhos and Gabriel Magalhaes. I wonder why I was shy away from the system, no. And in right at left back, no, Guillermo Arana. Yes, he's been very good, but sometimes, you know, you need players with balls to play against the tough opponents or stiffer oppositions. And this is Brazil's more or less World Cup final. Who go against Argentina? Who decided to walk out with Guillermo Arana? And in attack, Mateus Cunha. At a point in time, Brazil national team, because of Ronaldo and Rivaldo presence, a bad the pass away why wouldn't be more. Yeah, 2006 World Cup. There was a policy from Brazilian the coach of Brazil, Carlos Alberto, says I won't bought certain clubs are a bad in so being a call up into the national team. Into Rivaldo in 2006 was omitted. Young Frano, because that time Rivaldo of AC Milan called Olympiacos. Who bought Olympiacos over Brazil national team. And they you can play for Nakhon Ratchaburi or Thailand over Brazil national team. That is how easy and the selection acquire. It has become so easy and cheap to play the Brazil national team.
Okay.
It has become so easy and cheap to play the Brazil national team. And that year, no cry back. I say what they with a human contractor be so on your mouth. Who's a contractor be over your road? Obedi kaya ye got answer why road. But Brazilian contractors, and I don't know what they are doing.
Okay.
Omoba minim. There are coaches they build from the back. There are coaches they focus on the attacking philosophy. There are coaches almost strengthen midfield. No, I saw what they are doing. They are much ado about nothing.
Much ado. And you said that you are here, Pio. Okay, Pacho, way it's a matter of agency. Akuraba kuwaka. Ababa wa when you 13 years. Oye fair colored nan ho fe pa tremuncha said ho fe na wo free 12 of March o ma fie bi o enti mesremo akorai one ne maame ene ne papa ti medoma ha ya ye friend Abraham Matilda ti wo free on the 12 no wo ye kokoti atia ne ho fe o ma fie bi o na effort a ye put in say ensa be ka akora nyina ya hwehwe na ye hunu nti wa mesro woni makora hu popuye wo ba bi anase oba be show bi dem na wo area bi mesre wada ma post for aso ntia anase fra homen 0546 195589 0546 195589 ti Abraham Matilda and da TV no so no patro akura yi wa wo hu ne hu popuye bia mayen sanka Abraham Matilda fa ne koda post for anase wo de fra homen na wo forso mbeda was pa ama bibia etimi akoye nti abra sa wote yanka wo maame no papa wo manya bra omohwehwe pa ani abra muhu no momfa ne mra 21st clinic na fe ye hwe ne kama 21st de and the only sciatica expert e wo Ghana a eba na sciatica pa de me pato 21st omo ye hu adwuma papa wo to asentwini o to asentini etwetwon etimi so sisi say wan hwe sa problem go ni wantimi asolve am na mfru a stroke de no ho ba bajimu wo hobo so ho ba bi yo titiriti bra 21st clinic what you say na 21st clinic so ade ba komo ye hu adwuma pa yo stroke what you say nti wadaru ma bomote so betima bari ya hel yare bia 21st clinic besa am na mfru ne bom sciatica no me expert obon kwa any a clinic or be the only statistical research ewo Africa until 21st na yen show kama pa ma bibia ntimi koyi enfama me patch about lab and scan services ye bon hodjuma pa e ba na a massage and of machine treatment so trust 21st clinic say be ye hodjuma enso e the amount be bia obewura wo Ghana bia na port 21st obi asorika sampa 21st for the obo hodjuma pa na kumasia ye kira kwan ewo ehwa adabraka overseas junction Branian show baby Sompa FM and Sompa TV yabano abrosani mo na be hu 21st clinic na fe uram obuase court junction obohu ye cha kwan nso ho na afe uram e wa kra so ye odome market what you say Branian show uram wo tachiman oba takwa de oba sunwane enkranse ba bia obefa bia obi ase 21st clinic bi patro ni omuni nkomo e wa homa we so 0548 311 0548 311 311 Apostle. I would have said with the menu there. Menu there. Okay.
I wasn't.
Young.
No, I asked you a question.
Okay, 10:47. Young queen.
Now,
I said we there.
Try our best. The super green goes up. I've said this. And clearly, Eric Sekochele is the wrong choice.
Oh.
I said it when he was the Nigerian national team need top coaches. Jose Pessoa is a top coach.
So,
But he was able to take
but
it to
in the
final.
outcome, then you must start yourself picking up.
Yeah, but that's the most important. The mark of a good coach, a coach in the tournament. For Shas, yeah, and he started well in the tournament. He started very well. What do you think? The Kobe final, and he owed me a buy. Okophobia, I saw fun near Tran and near the sword. Now, Osimhen, main core game Nankasaso. Game tactically trust. Exposé a Richel. And also timing, you see, national team, this is second major assignment. First one, Koshel Rwanda 2-0. Victor Osimhen. Grace. Wesu 1-1. Victor Osimhen. And then Cherewa equalizing. But your Bob on do baby now players show individual attribute. M1 Sebi team no konenima. It's a problem of you, the coach. In fact, the reason why I'm going to buy this the work qualification. Because unse Nigeria and Shasi. Nigeria almost Shasi no na Sebi and Koyi they drew with Lesotho, drew South Africa. And now the third draw at home. Work qualification winning back home. In fact, the only win they've had so far is the game against Rwanda because they lost against Benin by 2-1. Former could get a row. Now yes, what shall go? Yes, Edu Baby, you Samuel Chukwueze and Samuel Moses. Maybe were all productive because this was their most important game because Omu winning way 9-pointer. And at least Ombe Bompa said South Africa, there's an issue with Tebo Mokoena in the game against Lesotho, South Africa game against Lesotho over a number of yellow cards.
Yeah.
It's before CAF. South Africa was 13 points. Base no push a 9-point ABI a cortina. Say Antina find a cortina. So about them. Put it as here. Tina so about 10 or 9. Now can only know Joe Bet. Now say a bubble we call it listen. This boy should be very careful. Nigeria have top players, far better players than him.
Oh.
But it's true. It's a matter of fact. What is here? And who was the opportunity a good player, but I saw uptrend once. The day I wrote this ball in terms of the attitude was when already Sebi finished the judge at them. Sebi, you do 2 finish the judge, Chemu and 9 come far back. Yes.
Finish the judge.
You don't know what you're talking about. 1995. Check. The highest team Champions League. He starts every game. If you know the highest team of Louis Mahal, that is finish the judge. He won AFCON as well. And not only one, he played among star-studded players.
Okay.
He starts. That's how you do the analysis. So, the conduct, look, they provided everything for him. Surrounds for Mami Value Jet. Mo Tukwaya. Sebi, Bebia, runs for Missimi Per Value Jet. Sebi, Yamamu plane, come on. Bibia. Why this what
Okay.
airline partner for the Super Green this year.
Okay.
Ghana. When they are flying,
Okay.
so everything you need has been provided for you. If you fail to deliver, Moko Pacho say, wait there, yeah, Ankoyi Amai. So you're Pamucho. So for me, I believe that what they did, and you see, don't also forget, you see, football experience is very, very important. I was yesterday night, I was impressed to see great intelligence by Kanabili at display. Look, Kanabili is one of the finest, intelligent, creative players on African continent over the years, especially from 2015, 2016 when he won the Champions League with some great player. Or AG, Epra, Knowledge Musonda yesterday held that play so well, and then Jordan Zemura on the right wing, spreading the game so wisely. Walter Musona on the left, also doing same. Almost show Machuchu, Masha Munechi, I call him the DM's DM, or Nitrinenye, because of his brand. The experienced players are the party to make sure they spoil Nigeria party of winning a game. And for me, yes, the players are mentioning our quality. It's not the nation. So you put that mistake, stop doing it. It's about the players who are playing. It's not about the name of the nation, please. Cannot believe Zimbabwe are not free and the Champions League. Anyone can say we. So at the end of the day, they were able to get a draw. What this means in this group, say, South Africa say, and 2 more points on table, we're gonna say no crack. Someone here look at that. They only need 1 win and then they are qualified to the World Cup. And I said the South African team is about 1 man, it's about who go win. And
Yeah.
are you sure? You saw, say, Talete and Batini, Batuse Obas, and a boy. But he had a ball Mokwena in the game against Lesotho, and then Jaden Adam the Vicious came over. After the first half hours, the left back for Stellenbosch, man, pass over share. The South African team is about the coach. When he leaves, this team will be ordinary. Everything is about Hugo. Now, in the same group, South Africa were able to get a 2-0. It was a difficult game. Initially, when they started, it was a difficult game. And no, I mean, Kenan Roa put up his A game, but just the South African team were so brilliant. I mean, tactically with discipline. First one, the first share, the pass from Flowers was beautiful. One touch, pump, the ball was in the net. And then Jaden Adams goal, so brilliant from him. The most important thing is that he can take 2 midfielders out, bring another setup. That's a mark of a good coach. Midfield, and there's no problem. He goes to Ivory Coast and beat Benin. They've done very well. Now they are on the course of qualifying to the next almost 13. Rwanda were 8 points. The BBA in Sia, Sekafa and Tiomo, they are almost on the verge of qualifying. I must also say, Egypt did a very good job in the game against Sierra Leone. And Ahmed Esaid, and for quite some time now, Mustafa Mohammed as the leading striker. What Osama Saizo, or is it Faisal Osama? Now, yesterday I was impressed to see, you see Omar Mamouche operating from the left, Mo Salah on the right, Ahmed Esaid Zico, airport behind Mustafa Mohammed once again. So Nia Opesa Trend said he's gradually trying to showcase what he'll be using for both the AFCON and that of the World Cup. And that's good. The most important thing that Egypt are on the verge of qualification. Morocco, I said yesterday, said Brahim Diaz is the finest thing that Morocco have had post World Cup. Brahim Diaz, now sharing 8 goal out of 10 matches.
8 goal
out of 10 matches. That's how incredible it is. He's playing Brahim Diaz, Ono Youssef Enesri, and Abdel Ezazuli, the captain of Omanda 23 with his Now, don't forget that there is a team that the coach is gradually also including the under 22. And also Ismail Sabari that played on right side of midfield. Bilal Kanusi played, and then Sofiane Amrabat. Azedi Unai came from the bench, and then Selim Amala, he will not even be invited. If you see Adel Ahmed, one of the finest players of Liverpool, unfortunately sometime a primary count, he's so talented and brilliant. If these players come from the bench, Azedi Unai come from the bench, the player you're talking about, Mohamed Elis Segasi from Monaco, come from the bench. And now almost age is also they're under 23. Now it shows you that almost very good future. And over Tanzania, I mean, it was a blown out, excellent performance. They control the game and they play so well, dominated. They are also going, like I told you, it's no African group today, they will qualify. And now Mozambique are high, but at the end of the day, and now Sebi, Vladimir Pekov, the coach of Algeria, making sure someone team by 5 goals to 1 because Mozambique are the one that had Algeria 12 points. 5. Mohamed Amoura, beautiful hat trick. Hajam, it's a beautiful play. Hajab Juwan, wonderful goal that he scored. The Algerians now is good. Yesterday you have Baghdad Bunajar Plus. So you have Ram Mahrez, Mohamed Amoura, and Amir Gori playing at the front play. The Mahrez commitment and now you can see it's good. Sir Farage Chadi fan for the midfielder yesterday dominated because mostly you see Sir Ishmael Benassa plays that role. Because of the injury situation, so now Farage checked yesterday. I mean, he did a fantastic job. At the end of the day, they were able to win by 5 goals. They're also on the verge of qualification. Now, problem, maybe catch you about the fact that Democratic Republic of Congo, we meet against Mauritania, it will create problems.
and
Good.
Omoko Wini
They did.
2-0.
They said one of the most difficult things to play on African continent. Ghana, they were experienced with them. What the difficult years.
Yeah.
Now, the game they played, look, they were, and Sebastian said, for me, it's good, sir, Omar keeping, and he's really improving the technical quality of the team. And Meshach earlier, Johan Visa, I mean,
Fiston
Cedric
Mayele.
Bakambu, I mean, No, Mayele came from Abidjan.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
also started
Oh,
playing.
yeah, yeah.
And don't forget, Fiston Malay is a top player. He's a top player. Listen, he's a top player. Sebi, from younger, he's now at Pyramid. Even Pyramids is learning style because the quality there is solid. So, a free bench buy shows you the technical depth of the team on the bench. But they will always have Sami Mutosami and Charles Piquet. That is the backbone of the team. Their backbone is the midfield. And if you have the general chancellor in Bemba, and Nata Musuaku leading from the back, now they've won. Senegal have also won. Senegal have won by 2 goals to Papa Matassa. Yesterday, they Papa Tiao who is good. So he played Papa Matassa on the right, played Lamin Kamara on the left, and then played this again. That's 20 years, 21 years, and 35 years. What it means is ushering the new guys into the team. It's good. Sendra Hassan Dao play from the left with Habib Diallo, and then unfortunately Sadio Mane, the performance still Makase is affecting them. But at the end of the day, they've been able to beat the 3 points. Unfortunately for Sudan, Sudan, which have so much interest in, they're dropping points.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Yeah.
Last minute, I mean, it was sad. But at the end of the day, and the Sudan chances of qualifying are very bleak. Sisiano or Fempa because Sisiano, Nipa, 2 teams have more chance of qualification was first. DRC because Sudan Beko, Senegal Beko. If you win those 6 points, it's good to go. So, Ono and Senegal. Senegal is better than so that is also looking a bit very, very interesting there. That's so Roberto Lopez defends a very key in such matter. Roberto Lopez, Logan Costa, they defended resolutely like men. And time I coaching here substitution now on making sure say Lavramento Bemo. He did that something at the 22nd minute. Lavramento Bemo.
Yeah.
The game changed. That's a mark of a good thinking. But at the end of the day, they won by 2 goals to 1. Cameroon, Eroy, yes, Vincent Abubakar, Brian Mbimo, Ray. But to be frank with you, that game should have ended like 3-3.
Okay.
Game. Niama na komu nyina no, niama bebre komu. Niama na ye ka amunti ase no penalty nyina by referee nyinani. Ba ne nyina aka bro. Aha.
Ti niama bebre kom.
Oh, niama komu no. Niama komu.
Okay.
But Nina and say Cameroon Asha 3-1. Now the race is on. Cape Verde is leading. Okay, 2006.
Mikaipa.
It's okay, Cape Verde. Okay. They're playing called Black Star. So Cameroon should be careful.
Okay. Yo, me da say Apostle, yeah da say pa yeah die hone aba. Matilda Connie. I say good morning. I'm watching you live from Obuasi. Shout out goes to Corporal Emmanuel Chei Bow for Air Force Base Jubilee House from Matilda. Okay, yeah, that's it. Thank you for your message. Alaji Goma say, Alaji Goma, watch you live from Obuasi Bonfire. Abigail Baba Asma, I'm watch you live from Takrade. Zipto, getting Solomon, I say, I'm watching live from Kro Agogo. Okay, Paula Amenoji. I say good morning. I call for Douglas or message no about do you that's a pa. I say I am Fifi Shake. I watch you live from Takrade, KJB, more fire. Okay, that's it. Great wisdom. I say good morning. Galacticos, more fire. Beberto Ajingo. I say I am Ajingo Beberto. Watch you live from Tadi, more fire. Keep it up. Okay, Derek Kaite. I say good morning. These are some of the messages I buy on the show. You die when you buy a bar. You buy more messages on the Facebook now for other stories cropping up on the local scene. You better see you buy a better also.
There's nothing worse than your multi-bet missing, but nothing better than having it saved. Bet Saver. Here's Kwame and Yao. After hours of planning, both have locked in the same perfect multi-bet. Big win for United, over 1.5. And both teams to score in the London Derby. But who could have picked Leicester over City? Or a high-scoring game at the Bridge? There's nothing worse than having your perfect multi-bet missing. But there's nothing better than having it saved. Bet Saver. Win, even if your bet misses.
If I shop, I'm sure they will buy me.
Brother, and not so good.
What all about me? She see about Queen. Why me and say?
Bra, said your time about Misha. It's your Jimmy me fear for any idea about ever so.
Really, I know this is offending now.
Bra, some me the time about Misha one dance ya. We are singing now about Timinka. It is some malaria. What do any time about Misha?
I know go. The no what I want to me any jail. What do any time about Misha? A great and your mark or bar waffle through. The one mark or down for any aquada when you feel to me, and some of the time about Mr. Graybill. She's a walk hospital and answer loud. I'm what who said, oh, a 3-day malaria be answer.
I also time me a TIME. Time about Misha. I feel malaria fever the other is Ziba, a woman, ever trap. Ubenya be at all, ever over the counter medicine sellers, any herbal shop to do a name. FDA Aji a judging cratway at home.
I was like, I can't do a job to narrow who's a woman said. I'm a fracket to 1 year, 2 years after Daibaku. It's the African Spider Man, I may have a fracket to him when any problem here. Then the big cost for Nuti coming when you go ready, won't be. African Spider Man, the Baby Sebo of Faith, but preoccupying who's African dance, what Baby Sebo of Faith, now with secret to Grano, anything. Imboost herbal mixture and only me secret. Now me yet no man can out from. And a police me do one dance and say many na me so a boost immune system. I'm a military na me bread. Me the come on. I'm on come with mom so akoso. Me class so me die yale am my latitude me nya baako. Enye je na koso ho. Hey, Spider-Man, what are you going? Who fa me kura chen.
Ubenya Imboost herbal mixture and pharmacy and answer herbal shops. A pin for any Kwalamundi if you do me enum. FDA Ajigadi Katwe Atu.
If you want better future, join Ghana Grows. Cause our great be the future. Join Ghana Grows. This be one for the culture. Join Ghana Grows. Cause say you my day for Ghana. Join Ghana Grows. Ghana Grows.
Yomu, Pequia, who prefer swing Juma, and now at the Juma Qua, and for so, and walk here Jumum, any 80 vetimu and ya. Suana Mone, fastest and walk, Wabusia, and won't put a more assetnemu. But star 718 star 50 hash, not that Kaho says, yeah. Ghana Grows, Hop Day, Ghana Bros Jumedie, Mastercard Foundation, Miss Springboard Roadshow Foundation, Linehouse, Niwa Buafone Debro.
Mamisha, time HH Heba Mr. Bina Unumi, and ya what dropa, a ya draw say, a manipedian quamwano enya hodding, na a quatia yare, and train yare and san wakakoto, fire wardrobe, nanomno abribia, can noga company limited. What the time TIME ebe twasono wonnoa and the time HH Heba Mr. Edia bedwaso akra wonyenyan mfirihia dumienu anum bi wo pemfo ene oba wo makra nufo enso anum bi time HH Heba Mr. Wo benya bi over the counter medicine sellers any shop dodo na mu so wo pedodo to afre 0244 417669 0244 417669 time HH Heba Mr. Eyedro say FDA ade edwadien kratoi atum.
Rise and shine with Yas toothpaste and Yas toothbrush. Start today off right by grabbing your Yas toothbrush and squeeze a refreshing dab of Yas toothpaste on it. With its soft bristles, the Yas toothbrush gently cleans your teeth and gums, giving you a comfortable brushing experience. As you brush, feel the powerful formula of Yas toothpaste working its magic, removing every stain in the cavity and leaving your teeth sparkling and fresh. Plus, Yas toothpaste helps make your teeth whiter and protect your gums, keeping them healthy and strong. Choose from our 3 variant toothpaste: Total Care, Herbal, and Whitehead. Make Yas toothpaste and Yas toothbrush a part of your morning routine and start your day with a confident smile. Yas toothpaste and toothbrush, caring brand for caring families.
Poku, na obi a yɛnkɔ baabi na woto do nsa suma no te sɛ deɛ yɛnkɔ baabi.
Aha, nana kasa kyerɛ wadamfo no. Ɛna nsɛn, ɔmmɔ ne ho mmɔden sɛ mpo. Wɔ mpɛm. Na sɛ wampɛdra, ɔbɛkɔ bɛba no, ne dan si wɔ ne nipa nim.
Nana, ma yɛnkɔ na menkɔ pɛ nkohini ne nubina bi mɛnoanom. So ɔbɛyɛ sɛ wɔkɔ o. Ɛdeɛ nkohini ne nubina. Ɛbra Donek Herbal Mixture ɛwɔ hɔ. Diamond Scientific Herbal foɔ ɛna de aba. Ɛyɛ mɛmɛ duro papapa. Ɛbɔ adwuma sɛ ɛyɛ sisie mu adwuma ɛna sɛ bɔ nkɔmɔ ho ban. Ɛbusu immune system. Wedie ko pɛ bi tɔ baabi a tonto aduro pia na nyɛ na. Ana kɔ dominance. Kumase ne ɔboa se kwantempɔ no so. Ɔne abort kale ɛna de anim hwɛ. Na kyina sɛsɛ. Oh, obedi ho adanse. Wedie nana medase meduru hɔ dadadadada. Ago na adiachi muda so da.
Adiachi, afeni asori o. Ene wa man we dey medase. What solve me problem ya mama papa? We dey me nyanko.
Donek Herbal Mixture eye memedru. E man ka ho. Obi a onya mfinse du nwotwe so nka ho. Upebia to afre 0246 727677 and 0200 844 040. FDA ajadwe den kra to yetu.
There's nothing worse than your multi-bet missing, but nothing better than having it saved. Bet saver.
Okay, your time ho kakra. Your 20 so full time. The Wednesday edition is airborne. Tiuko Facebook with us Sompa 93.1 FM that will follow, that will share. Now do message that by you be part at here for say the sound of the Facebook no na chichi kakra but technicians na bomoding at me are rectify enwojba ti ube to call Facebook with us now for way to enjoy to media no what risk can you decode na Sompa TV on Sabeka and na Sompa TV on the YouTube no subscribe now do message that by at this moment of the time I am honored to introduce to you the ambassador for the local game, Ajekum Blanson, aka Orlando. What's us now? Watch a wait team no patch say where or your
no still da na
Toro Orlando young queen.
Okay, little you might for 80 Sompa 93.1 offense ya hwefo a Sompa TV and I pay and famra full time so if it's sembre and my Japan me de ebro na ye be shen sem na say e free national team of the movement, the Black Stars of Ghana. Sabre omonya free Morocco ama sabre obi ad nani e che ne crabs and so ye hwe kwan the Black Stars of Ghana players you know so a free Morocco hotel.
Congratulations, so Charlie. Congrats. Hey, BBR. Congrats. Patrice you. Did your double crew. Congrats. Congrats again. Congrats, now. Congrats, bro. Congrats, bro. Congrats. Congrats again. You did a great job yesterday. Congrats, bro. Come on.
Okay, Intino, Black Stars of Ghana team no, omo free Morocco buy abadru Ghana no na chese winya video no, and so ebi ehwe na goalkeeper of the moment, ambassador for the local league, Benjamin Asare. Abrante na di nkomo kakra, area fa local players in the call up no, yentie no.
Please, like I said, the mechanic say most of the time, or Mufi say, we look up Uba national team, now so it's good because once I look up there and we say, also achieve once I know the call happen, it's also with me to say, over tonight, so for me, we say, we are look up there, say, or a good one who are interested in my friend and someone.
Congrats, bro.
Thank you for life.
And no, Benjamin Asare, goalkeeper, Edema the Black Stars of Ghana, goalkeeper, Edema Continental Club Masters, also folk, and Oden Sem Kakra, and so etu jano. Na Honorable Patrick Boama, Rashe Bejani, Edema Okaikwe Central, Oden Sem Kakra to just say Ghana for ya bono and Sayebe Brabem, and Kani ya boba. Na wu creativity ewe ye mfimfin won enne ye wu ni Santi Ghana for ye nsusu nye dede set team no aye ye ntie honorable
the team we still lack the creativity in our midfield, and we still need some playmakers. Ghana football is used to playmakers and skillful players. We can find them in the team.
The Honorable Patrick Boama Aodi MP Okaikwe Central MPP Amanyo Kyonani Anemu and the San Semino Etuja na former goalkeeper Edema Ghana under say a year 20 team no Sisia Ono and a goalkeepers coach Edema Young Apostles Robert Debuo Ononso Eddie and Komoga Kra Eddie Ache na yani Robert Eddie Komoga Robert baby do there Ghana your qualification no aye secure dana
Afcon na make say work up on them sure say ya qualify ya work up no
Robert Debuo chema work up no be bia no a ebetimi asi Ghana for kwan say yenko work up no na Robert who dey we a goalkeeper ewo ye local league goalkeepers coach Edema Young Apostles who follow Ghana Premier League no goalkeeper Benjamin Asare ne call up no na o deserve one
performance na opportunity me sure say o deserve omom wa buja ya kwanya bi na omanya o makopie ho no san local players so no o mo bi chance so so betimi akwanti no like kwanya sa opportunity ni there me dey make a chance say man team enye ne there say watimi akipu clean me no enti no man team there on keep on the good work no say ne be ya ani be ba local goalkeepers no so mo
enti no goalkeepers coach Edema Young Apostles Robert Debuo na de San Semino Etudwa 2009 Ghana team yede kwaje under 20 championship ewo Egypt no now or a part of the team now Thomas Dua former player Edema the Black Stars and also was no say coach Edema Ashanti Gold or then sem kakra tudwa afa coach Otu Adon
so yeah the who me ya don't because yeah bono kwana fallen the bia ma me the bia ba na Ghana for na me keepers no ni sure dia de ozo mo confidence
o kasafa Otu Adon ho no yentie ebra na o kasafa coach Otu Adon
ma why successful for national team yeah the keep who say the double fire na kata ya
okay enti eno Thomas Dia no we no the kasafa Jordan ayebusa say asisia de Jordan efrini papa so eba ni nua pani so sisi aba beto ne nan so captaincy no osi say Jordan ebebo captaincy no bebo say dia kai ye fama no
Jordan ball say dia and Jordan say me am to captain band man abubo because the way I was running the way leadership should see such a example so I think that manager no papa
and Thomas Dua Lisika o bang na okoyi no they are talk captain and band area ma Jordan because Jordan the band ne born inside ne born no e different and so our Black Stars and no a former coach Edema Ashanti Gold former player Edema the Black Stars of Ghana Thomas Dua and the San 72 na okono and our odensem kakra tuja say local players no yam building on more confidence level our Black Stars
oh yeah the who me ya don't because yeah bono kwana fallen the bia ma me the bia ba na Ghana for na me keepers no ni sure dia de ozo mo confidence na the anya mo wa say Otu that's where you should know why successful for national team yeah the keep who say the double fire na kata ya
na latest unim say asantefo bu baby say omamu wonhira sere oje eno nso esa o bible eno nti Jordan ayu agina sa asem ne so awuram wo Liberia akoya adoye e de amaye nuanu Mozambique yes into auto mattress and auto mo ene no ma hodo bebre ye ka bom no sika botene $11,000 and the koye sa adoye e ma ye nuanu Liberia fo a omo nso eye nkramofo ntino Jordan after the performance no wasan so akoye adoye a ye bo akire area ma na Alex Menu ena eye Ashanti region circus chairman Edema Kumasi Asante Roko ena oka che se he na Samotine du no ada no hye go no se ono nka oya kolo no ene ye ne mpanyifo ni bi gigirem se dabi Abrantia no obakotokwa the most expensive player oni ba bi akọ yenti Alex
this season the most expensive player in Kotokwa 180,000 Ghana cedis 1.8 billion na the toti do. And so you don't buy this player. Only Gide was happy anymore. Why do you pay that whooping sum to go and bring him? And we saw some quality in the money they needed to buy. Yeah, because you won't come, but then you see I can't okay, but yes, you didn't cry. So no sooner things right. What I say at a point, now was here cry, didn't call Jim, man, call Jimmy. And then maybe I say go no, or rather that was more media, but who never said me who's so Adam can go so. Or I'm going to say, or a macho man chiming to me, as I'm for Bunu Casino, and we can go so.
Second chairman, Edema, Kumasi Asante Kroko, Sentimentum, or the two just say, somewhat to the one colonna, a wintia, 180,000 Ghana cedis, 1.8 billion. And on the 23 Legon cities. Yes, and Jessica Ketwa. Now, Ransford Bemia Jumpy, Obed, Ousu. Yes, on also former Kumasi Asante Kroko striker. Or then someone to Josia Asante Kroko, no Obona Bonia, and for so saying the DHB.
Well, I would say attendance today was a lot of them. Maybe one of my you don't need to introduce yourself near the Oko. For instance, I went to passport office, the biggest one I wore Accra. We grew up military personnel in the farming, straight to up there. No, nothing. So we don't you get all this benefits. When I'm close to I think to be even somebody to call you that say that's why it be big. So you need to do more for the club. Anytime you have a chance to be on, and so we don't now the man.
No, but also see players are able to Kumasi Asante Kroko. Say Obona Bonia and Faso Bebre Ewo Edema. Now let us jumpy kakra brain intino. Young Remo Hasselfolk. Say Hasselfolk aji o money so many young apostles smart bia. Supporters Nico Remo was security zone hono. Eko ye dede o hono. Sisi aye de taboa bo Hasselfolk. Empeni for finding omo 20,000 Ghana cedis. 200 million titiscano. And yes, 100,000 Ghana cedis at 10,000 Ghana cedis. Asaya to a chase, so we be a free sabre, eco season area, and also a bejomo. Now, when say President Edema Elmina Shaks, Dr. Papa Kwasindu, Nano and Tokoya by, say on so, Okeka and Semka Krebi fan, and Tianonso no, ya the tabo and so abo papano. And I so Elmina Shaks player now and Tokwaneba or Tambo Bana no autumn, or no see abandoned 1 year. Yeah, J. Asamoah Kola. Okay. 1 year. On Timmy Bobo Ghana.
Because I'm banned for life.
Oh, latest are they?
Now player and to question no what Fabo Kobo.
I said Luis Suarez will be Yambanen.
What Fabo Kobo referee.
Luis Suarez Eka will be. Park is what will be. Yambanen for life.
The officiating official are all managing.
Messi Bobo will be a son in young Kumwakano. Yambandino for life.
The player here just a supporter.
Latest, Etino, the best here. Nah,
a supporter, player, a supporter.
Latest, my mentor camp new boys in almost Toro. So that's no one more there. Toro Tara. Tia the eye on the bay and you okay,
Toro Tara Toro. That means so. Kamunu boys here, church, more heavy power, more juma. Nya some get to a crowd. Me pacho abeja 4 babet twaso na me adeba kwa men chance they say wo GF no about the sponsorship who nim pay but about the so parish obi ya anu cheska dia to any brabe twa we ya anu cheska to no brabe twa we now sponsors say now they are too league so okay ti abeja 4 banner fe ya twaso and the amam life on Sompa tina make to say yes to paste yes to brush kona kwajo there na for pasty fatwiche wo se enum kan beyi wo se ne be pai fita wonum beta wo kama ama bibia so netuma kweso dama na yes to brush no ye won kra de e won perifo de it is a wotum kan so wo pe ye brush ena de etwitwe wo so de pasty pad ya he ena de to tv so no e fekeke he ena se de esia modo no e betima wura wo se ne ba bia kwakoyi fi e de free ho eno ye yes to paste yes to brush e ba ya to paste ne dia Wadaruma, your yas total care, your yas herbal care, and if you yas whitening toothpaste. Ninja, your daba, oko provision store shops, I would do, oko shopping malls, I would do, baby, I'll be cobiano, and dear me, yas, biano, Kodeko to be say, yas, and put and beer your papa. Now, I could talk 20, Kodako, the other far dance your bra. Now, one casam also baby do one dance your pa. I'm a piasso etbaqua, mega cash lucky boss. Now, dollar star 426 star 6 hash. No miaswa lucky bosses no bebree na what you show there 5 Ghana cedi pɛ 5 Ghana cedi pɛ na afei wo de disika botene wo de disika pem ho yay mega cash lucky boss super original fantastic what you say etanopa bia wo beti sika anopa bia wo beti sika anopa bia wo beti sika *426 *6# no me aso lucky bosses no edoso wona 18 years men ko ho 5 Ghana pɛ now the deep 5 billion old Ghana cedis awurade na coupon mega cash mo heavy mo bo adwuma pa nya asem keto akra what you say ti dal na no pa bia discount dey for 20 Ghana per photo for no so no no Prince want to say Prince I want to say e dey na cost for no Prince want to say bibia bokọ there e dey na cost for no what they are sending me so ma hwe yeah me ma so ye fast rough yam ku yadim so microphone ma me
yes
what's so okay
and a special day now we a special party and about the amount Mr. Ransford for picture and so mami Stephanie upon a jar and then Stephanie a birthday
I know her young queen
mami fa kunya we so I wish Stephanie a very happy birthday Stephanie Nyankopon show on your kese onyu fra dum fa nkwadum ene ye odai mempa bu nyanse Nyankopon enye wakoma so ade nyina
okay
emfa mawo
menya wadu so wawie
there is a big problem with your kind Stephanie anyway
Stephanie why
because we know it's just like a normal birthday
especially
a special sweetheart
or your double sweetheart
I know they mean double or a special sweetheart
okay
and on a day like this for somebody who teaches this I saw Uma or Pano feeling very important and accepted this day
okay
so please come be
also when munyam sa wachinyam
can be big kama what do I say and yeah
Prince yes I'm more opportunity
yes
Onantis yene say kasaye
no ba ni aka ba ko no ba no nsre wamuna
we ni ankasa michocho bucho
uchocho bucho say kasaye mperifo otio
my sweetheart
fe na ukasa
mami fa akunya we so emo abo abrabo
okay
mami fa akunya we so na mention a very happy birthday Nyankopon hwa no onye ne kese onyini fi adomu fa ne nkwa adomu na kuma so ade nyina eno na mebo ho
da be na wede ne beba so kasaye mperifo otio da be
me ba cho me man permission say on ma
ayo
da be na be no ho ade okay wo nya wede da be na be no ho ade
it's not allowed please proceed to the local state
anu Nyankopon hwa bo
apostle
o de be share tight corner wa mabigu musche
sentire na wa dress yi say we wu yakọ
yankwe ni yankwe
ye nyina ye no na ekọ ye wia no na ekọ ye kwa ashtown
o de yankwe ni why
say ye costo
ye be costo yankwe ni wo well on say Blasters 2 games na nya abaso now we are getting back to the car football I was thinking about one particular thing Benjamin Asare on the quarter the goal post me in the 2 games and we all know 2 most crucial games and now the Blasters in here not the biggest of games but they crucial to us and here you hear points they secure something am I that hopes in the back and a branch friend Benjamin Asare was the one they choosing ahead of Jojo Walakota what the post move paying at the Blasters at the highest stage ahead of Lawrence Atizigi what the post move for the Blasters at the highest stage. Now, a branch friend Benjamin Asare better movie and me my question here is this. Is the level no going to be the same way? I know what House of Folk we saw him to be the best goalkeeper in House of Folk and in the Premier League. What called Blasters about?
This is in Benjamin Asare and the best goalkeeper in Premier League game.
Well, I don't know. Aguabo, but yeah, he's there. Aguabo. Look, it's a matter of preference. But
sometimes in calculating who is the best for a particular period, in goalkeeping department, normally I'm sure clean sheets. We're keeping how many clean sheets?
12.
And for some period, no, probably safe saying a why. If those mathematics in are intact, no, but me a comparative analysis with because Felix Chekra, this is the thing on that go.
Okay.
Majority of the time, no.
Over the years, I've been against clean sheet as the major. Yes,
as major yardstick.
Sometimes you need to use the eye test.
Listen, there are all you see goalkeeping. It's not just about clean sheet. Ubetimenya clean sheet because you have excellent defense.
Okay.
And
then also
a very true fact.
The caliber and the category of league or competition you play.
Okay.
The same goalkeeper you find when the category of a competition is higher or the quality of opponent is higher. The same goalkeeper in the match can concede 5 seconds. Now, who use the judge goalkeeper is about one goalkeeper. No, the most important aim is judgment. And maybe our opponent piano Sebiu Sasemo maybe only Prince Ever as a target. My three center backs 1v1 at every point the keeper is on a DNA 7 years situation. Or yana is successful and brilliant. Now, issue of reflex. Paul, your bubble up, far pole, near pole, no, what we call the first pole. What do you say? How goalkeeper share 2002 World Cup, share Ronaldo, Brazil, Germany in the final. Baby Oliver Kahn at first pole. Even Ronaldo ball to first pole. He scored it. Fantastic. Now, in organizing with different, one of the things Amir J was very good at.
Yes.
As we win champions.
Organization.
How you organize your defense to make sure, sir, difficult for even opponent to breach it.
Okay.
When how good they are.
Yeah.
And now say, we're forced to play the ball outside the box, shoot outside the box. I am more very important. Then your personal decisions 1v1.
Your sense of judgment.
Yeah. We speak so well about Cassia.
Yeah.
Overall. But about 1v1, Valdez is always better than him.
Yeah.
One of the weakest point at 1v1.
Yeah.
So all this and many more time it put together make a goalkeeper a good goalkeeper above the PS or minimum.
Okay.
And 2 tier or 2 other can say training and a convincing almost because he did better than them. And no crowd member on issue.
Yeah.
Because the training ground or say Benjamin Asari did better than Solakot, I think. That raised issues about our 2 goalkeepers. The other 2. These are national goalkeepers.
Yes. And
I think that World Cup
in the first debut.
Those are serious issues.
Yeah.
And as I said, Trimude, natural also about Omiana Meda.
Goalkeepers also.
But when him said this argument, so you widen football sometime you fair. Who say normally in recent times near Boboa, your Bobo in your shape one year man of the match.
Oh yeah,
who's a game now say
it has always been like that.
People like in Golo Kantemu would never win the World Football of the Year. Yeah, that is the argument. Into no, but say I never there now clean sheets.
But or them too much no them. Look, who say the performance no.
A lot of.
I never Ghana lucky you goalkeeping what they marry now.
Now Apostle can never be. Let me tell you something about the reflexes, how he commands the backline and everything now calculated together. Now make a perfect goalkeeper. No. Frankly, I feel he has all these things. As has to folk, most especially it's already a reflex save in the last minute, the dying numbers of the game, or game against Baseke. That free kick. You saw the save will make here, and it's quite unfortunate. Me and Pushy video now also. It tells you how onim the oil, and besides no, just like now Apostle Okano, if at the training grounds of the Black Stars, he went to meet goalkeepers already or more established or more that experience before.
More professional leagues.
Yes, that's what training keke. Then he's been adjudged as the best out of the 2, no more that or more present, no. Near choosing in the game are crucial. It tells you that kind of make us a mentality kuta Abrante and Benjamin Asari. Oh, it's quality enough. The only problem Mimi Hune say he's not a good kicker of the ball. Unlike Abia Benya from Razak Kabalora and Frederick Kasari, on sure that you good at that. But then me question in me raising this issue in here. Unim Mfi already.
Or 32 years.
32 years. The big question here is Obe free blast has a blasters no. Now once me make statement say the biggest goalkeeper and I say the best goalkeeper. Go arguable bet I think so a part of the best. If not the best, very good. Wako blasters now could the 2 games that you crucial number. Now he's back to the league. As we all know, the league and I say clubs no so omunya players or moko board national team bar. The only priority is to sell and gain money. Now, you ensure the only 2 sides. Is it going to be good for Abrante friend Benjamin Asai? How to folk to prioritize him and sell him? Because I am paso omokas omoto at least ombenya kakra. But the age ninti e bianco munya sky bianco 24, 25 bia on come expect so ombenya. But will it be good enough also for Onoakasa Benjamin Asai after we've seen see ye hear local boys nibia omuwo league nimu. Na say omubo ye local league na di nya blasters call up the moment ye better omo African terrain him no. Na omo blasters na coming back na very difficult no. Is it going to be good for him because only age one side? You see the bigger question here.
Oh, but goalkeepers there.
And now Washington and Ruby Zimbabwe.
Yeah, 39 years. That's very true.
Or a goalkeeper, he can have at least
the next 5 years.
No,
5 years.
3, 4 strong.
Okay.
Yeah.
But are we sure he's going to be able to give us?
And at the point of 32, please, this Ghana, 32.
That's the question, and I'm facing. Are we sure he's going to be able to give us?
Might be 35.
Okay, there's a more part I say.
Might.
There be or 32 years. Or 32.
Okay. No, we are not disputing the age.
Nobody may say, me who be painting, may say, Ebiana Ghana player be a local league +2 +3 man, normal. So Ebiana 34 or Ebia 35.
Okay.
So Ebia would have won about 3 years.
But that's so maybe the bigger question here is it going to be good for house folks so on prioritize it on selling to gain?
Okay.
And now say name house folk now making sure say right now we're making a statement in the blasters. Even the World Cup is coming. Now on that kind of slot no World Cup.
Okay. But that's it.
Such engagement very important.
Yeah.
So Otwaso Bob Blaster has a word in
whenever he is called Skaba House of Folk team because a local appearance fee in his name House of Folk could at least gain something
from FIFA when or World Cup.
Yeah.
The club needs a lot of money. They are spending so much they are in debt. When the chance comes, they will sell. Forget about
so
it.
What about the age also? Because we know
say team be actually this open.
Africa among top players or mobro.
Say team be must open.
Depends on the situation the club finds itself.
Okay.
Un top player do 30 only papa. So where you are forced to buy.
Okay.
So they are here.
So if the chance comes,
of course, some circumstantial development we buy. But take this Andy Carroll. Then I'm got on Andy Carroll. Yeah. And you say buy Antianka. Liverpool says can go to Andy Carroll. Okay. So your circumstance be a bad.
But for me, I feel say like he shouldn't worry himself, and House of Folk shouldn't sell him.
Maybe
a busion of free mononim.
Okay, praise.
Okay,
sure. Apostle, maybe a praise best sponsor.
Because on your 1 year deal, listen, let me tell you, if you even get a 1 year deal in Africa, a month, I'm around $5,000. I will tell you.
Okay.
Do you know what $8,000 will do to this guy?
But I say,
I am quite surprised.
Mama kwa mwabem. Say ya ba bedru no ohia hunchu capsules.
Okay.
So the bear obetuma control the juice on ye pa. Eti yenua Benjamin Asare ne mema e wo Ghana nyina ne ma e wo Ghana nyina. Ye hia hunchu capsules. Wunya hunchu capsules na me patro say un semre yo bi e ba ojonso twani mu a wo da wo jonso rofo wo ko na ma na nimra na wo wa jonso agu no ho enti unya hunchu capsules enti hunchu capsules no ebe bo pa na fe bi pia tiba ko eso diamao ana fe araba bazen ye e manadro araba bazen no araba bazen be won I ajo 3 points e ho be kama be chesa ho be wo what ya into oba nya araba bazen no no ubo se enka ene enso boni bi gugu bia no nyina to betwa mema na so Mr. Kill no nya bia bema ebe tuba mo adza so de bia no twere one what you say what you kuntum what you say to the nabi no come upon a bema be mo dra so where your quality Chinese herbs are dia ba Kunu Ghana Limited for the day send no nyina bedwa so panu do to a ahoma we na be frɛ 0244 275 429 0244 275 429 ahoma obetuma frɛ hunchu capsules ana fei araba bazani Mr. Kill omo dia ba Kunu Ghana Limited for na for saso etuma kabi o member bi eto no bia no sabe kabi me patro dwabe ura bank sɛ wo ya baba wa our son with me banner fee, me patch the telescope babaje or bapa loan scheme ni bina be beer to my question to bapa loan. Would the answer oh court Jabigura Banko Quaje, or your partners or your Juma or any recognized institution be our gun ha, oh yeah, entitled so submit to my cabosia, I would Jabigura Bankana fee, I want to super face the deposit, no, Jabin for the back, Quajo dear, na me patch we are. Would you know said to me Drasso as a loan and no I want to super face deposit and no jobbing for quite a bit of the amount and standing at any risk be a bit of this year a becker would deposit in what I say and I say wow we are bojobo what you want to start called Jabira Bank and drew her would it be accounts would be accounts of most cannot their church at Dumanimu Jabbing Rura Bank there a free to trade one or more Bogan of what Sabe Pim Sabri. Jabbing 40 and for Bunyagro cra, open Munchemua, Ahoma way and a overfre, Jabbing Rabank for Piasum, Betamaco with Jamau 0269 681 775 0269 68 0269 681 775. Aya Homa, Betama friend Jabbing Rabank Nafe, Unomo Esu Etimatin Como. Philip. Emma. German chance and say, F who are won't be sponsors and from a class. No be I know what I'm saying. Bang. Also, I wouldn't scout the moment, won't be sponsor almost will be a body as a cacas bang 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 bang. Wouldn't him say the city, now wouldn't him say the Sipisca.
One leg of Africa, always at risk of Exodus bandwagon. Won't mean see no coin, Ghana Premier League.
Adenja.
You won't mean see one no coin.
Adenja.
The issue is sponsorship.
When
him so more brepa or more one club man. Club owners now, I say club be owned by one person. A man for brepa. Your players no rents. Your players no bills, utilities. Again, or more remuneration, that is salaries, are paid by that same person. On yes can fi baby. Get proceeds in Okrano. This almost a sign of munya from the great get proceeds. I am witness to one that is I'm a very good friend of a club owner. Obo game be and obo game we score nya no it can do 200 Ghana cedis. And no movie club no from one place to the other place. And from there on club no started say flourishing. Yes, club owners ne brepa. Omo mu ye division 1 especially. When you ask them, bra, omo bre into the Division 1, most of these clubs, you know, and you're more aiming so about qualifier by Premier League. Men know once, don't take yourself and laugh. Most of these people are more Division 1, no. The Access Bank Division 1 League. And you'll be no one or in Swadu who say or about qualify about the Premier League. Most of these clubs are at a ton. Yes, or more ton. Because that is the area, at least, at least, businessman be any aim, they say, obey business and young fast war. And a businessman no better just so this guy could share business more worker. Everybody is thinking about making profits. Obi agrees over making profits. Into no when issue of yet Patrick Razak, a club from Guinea. When the offer came, Patrick Razak and you'll be on a castle uncle. Massa only had to folk here and he made sure so Beko Guinea. Which club was that? Horoya Club of Guinea. When Horoya came, Patrick Razak was in his element, he was in his form. Hati here no pa, but bra, meji din any menyeska. Dear na wope. Inti meji din bebre, let obe human a chalo te kra me shatati. Hey, any answer prem mambo biu. Adia beshe me pa sa me baba catch him said da. Wuji din pa so, me show accounts ma hwi nne. Sana wope. Oscar at the very young age when he was in his element, China buy one pupuniti. And now Oscar is one of the richest footballers in the world. Go to Brazil and look at Ramirez. Those years now, among say a number of players be PA and Cabran Nkomu ye. Those times, you know, there's a football near passion. They bring out football out of will. yam bonje no so yam onji din keke benna no it's matches with your pockets ese wuji din no ese ko kunum so efe you have to make money out of the business wo ye no nti no football na ye o Ghana handie I say 7 producer and into the club wanna be car say so if you for ye wa na I say yes football. There are so many club owners and komunya yan ko bejai because they are not making any dime from doing football. And let me tell you, when any offer from Tanzania, and who benjas a Tanzanian club you appeal. There is a club in Tanzania, Singida Black Stars. They can buy the best players in the Ghana Premier League. Singida Black Stars. Singida Kra Enya the Grand, that's a top sisters of the Tanzanian game. Singida, I want to get that so. Buedu of Kodoko. Bra, Singida Black Stars. Omonya top in Tanzania. In Tanzania, it is Simba, Yanga, and Azam. When Papa, Janalamo Papa, so kind of Mediema. When Mediema's Papa was in his elements, Azam buy on Pupuniti, and therefore they will see what I cried. Go and look at his businesses. But it's not Ghana Hanka, where Bra. Bernard Morrison was with Ashanti Gold, Ash Gold. Yeah. Bernard Morrison was the best player in the Ghana Premier League under Bashir Redford. Bernard Morrison was playing the best of football. When AS Vita Club from Congo, Ebaye, one Kobede, one dream you know, he went away, he went to Congo. From there, no near chance called Orlando Pirates. And Bernard Morrison, he has a lot of businesses.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh,
and so where you say, bra? Where you say, who baby, no ha?
A lot of businesses were tardy.
I'm telling you, Bernard Morrison, when you know, make it dime because they went to Africa. Those were the times. Men ya wadrin say Europe no better na bobra.
Okay.
Men ya wadrin. There are leagues in Africa who are paying very well.
Okay.
Even the Kenyan league sponsors near Tusker. And do you know how much Tusker is paying to Kenya? The Kenyan Premier League. Kenyan Premier League is paying better than the Ghana Premier League.
Okay, but that's
it. Bra, the issue of Exodus bandwagon. Exodus bandwagon can be stopped via Sinhu.
Okay.
It can never be stopped.
Who needs sponsor? I know we was sponsor. Who see? What particular? You don't even have a sponsor. They have a sponsor. Nikat was the Kenyan league, so the Tanzanian league is over $12 million. I told you last.
A season?
No, for 5 years.
For 5 years, $12 million.
Yes.
Tanzania league.
Yes. UDS.
Pastor, Tanzania league is it better than ours?
Of course, they are.
Or more much talents.
They are no. The point
than
is
ours.
that you see, the Eneno tea, Tanzania, for instance, Eneno, who care about talent. They've imported a lot of players.
Okay.
What do you say? Now, me more example. Let me use only Yanga. Jiggy Dara is the Mali national team goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So, if you are Chodo Boaz is from DRC, Yao Kwasi is from Ivory Coast. So you come to Khalid Aucho of Uganda, Cluster Shama or Zambia, Bakoma Zuzua or Ivorian, Prince Dube or he's from Zimbabwe. Now, if you have a situation like this, you have only 5 players of friends in Tanzania because in the starting lineup. But the reality is that almost Africa a GD and Bobra. Almost share, almost share the needs quality. If you guys go to Simba, it's Western Yanga. And so you see a Pesica send a beya, you bet quality no the about. Afibiano, so like I'm telling you. Yanga is out of the Champions League, but Simba is in the quarterfinals of the Confederation Cup. That is how it is. Ohano, the quota of a numna foreign players and numna me Samba Shasiano. A minute do class on a social media because a bedu baby, ABS can be an accompanied website of Faklabi. Aye, or any year, Sebu players at that point are already Africa no accompanied with by you need you a Sokoto. A Sokoto, a sort of blue. Or Tobrinum says, Num and 9 Eshas here. Who's a me, we have a lot of issues with a league. If one to talk about near my year for a league, the most important one is Niema ebe nyina 99.9 sika. So far as our leagues, look, I'm surprised that the minister has not spoken about that. That's the most important issue I'll be speaking about. Look, the government must start sponsoring this league, and I've always maintained that argument. Whichever argument you make does not make sense. Say the players, you know, say league, you know, now you're more muska. Fano say every season the amount club say 500. Yeah, pay you for people. If we can channel part of those monies, $500,000 a year for 8 clubs. If you have to pay for club give 500,000 for the next 5 years. You will see a better improvement, and then there's a salary cap for players.
Yeah.
So because of Zika minimum, we send a penny for the club owners. Mongo se sangu butom ni mugas in your meet. Player bia sebi, your fan bia 3,000, your through bia 8,000 and 10,000.
Ah, move a bank according straight term with the club.
You know, I said club no their account players now account in the next 3, 4, 5 years, you see say exodus will be there, but the numbers
will be dropping. Yeah.
What do you say?
Yeah.
The more players know improve your they are appreciating in value technically.
Okay.
And they get improved, and they're more competitive even a so-called foreign based player when the national call up in count. So they say. And to Okwa, so Okwa instead of be a $50,000 now only so over to me $800,000, $500,000 or $1 million. Because to reasonable extent, technically, we are a bit prepared for a takeoff in Europe and Africa. So the Americans say, yanya improvement money available. So to me, my club here 500,000. Afibia, so to me, my club 50,000. Some be making sure some pitches no on any year. Because the player no literally, the player no be bobo year na pitching in ya obepra. What do you say? So issues of health. Only Mr. Ghana. Yetimi yetimi for player. Nansu sebi the medicals. Anyhow, every zombies. A lot of them. You understand? So
yetimi register without any medicals.
Medical will require. Now your club send all medical doctors.
Wow.
If you send all medical doctors. But your music club send on one cast all medical doctors. And the health of the players and the staff is the most critical thing only be.
Okay.
Borrow bonus.
Okay. Me and for cost Nikaka 0551 931 931 0548 931 931. Obe to my friend would do a drink to Benjamin Dinner. So 0551 931 931 0548 931 931. Now what friend I would do a drink to Benjamin Dinner. So your birthdays libre a dorsal pa. Young for course Nikakana, young queen in 10 times so 0551 931 931 0548 931 931. Obe to my friend would do a drink today about Jabadira. So, young call first caller on the line. Good morning. Yes, sir. Over. Bibiabo call of okay. At some four market.
Little. That is saying, your mamma is my farm more than a cold mouth.
Over it, you. Yet you. Over. Okay. Yeah, pick another caller. Good morning. Hello. Okay. Good morning. Hello. Hello, Ujaso. Hello. Hello. Mpacho Udin baby akasa free yet you. Okay, Udin. Okay, you better not. Yeah, you're with Mama. Why? That's it. Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah. Good morning.
Hello.
Man, TV, no, and then Casa or phone so direct. Good morning. Me but your men TV. Okay, thank you. Auntie and Kami Pacho Fra, yeah, men TV no. When they make a phone so director, they make a be albeti. Na bibia sweat me akonkan ye na mo course sentiment ba through nyina mo fante pa ye da se on say network no nso to sa na ya na network na so ye den pa nya sam keto akra ne bom je nhwe na ye ni birthdays no every o kakra na ye nku ye nimai ena de gifty nama K fashions e wo atimoda ena your birthday into gifty happy birthday to you. Yes, to gifty dear and that's Nama K fashions atimo da ye da se Nyankopon shop anon to nkwanem Stephanie Aqua o husband your friend ninja or boase Stephanie Aqua o husband say young we show happy birthday to happy birthday to you Stephanie Aqua Nyankopon shop pa Helen Yaro from Obuasi Helen Yaro ewo Obuasi Abna pretty Abna Winneba campus as a young wish happy birthday to way yeah Helen Yaro pretty Abna ewo Winneba campus was say happy birthday to Nyankopon Shapana the ube bia so Anthony so enguso Doreen and your birthday yes we a matron were Aztec Senior High School at Timoda Nyankopon Shapa to way a sister Doreen and they had the birthday happy birthday to you sister Nyankopon Shapa na fe the we bia so enkoso kama another birthday so ha way Eda Mark assuming and your birthday happy glorious birthday to Elder assuming Mark who are Pentecost Sokoman and your birthday Nyankopon Shapa na fe want to them Sompa I wish you happy birthday afe yanko another birthday Michael Essien who Abu Dhabi Dubai yes Michael Essien happy birthday to Nyankopon Shapa na de uye bia no onto insurance so muslinyes ka bebre another birthday Western region so prosper yenua prosper na your birthday who eno Western region happy birthday to Nyankopon Shapa we heavy Nyankopon Shapa afe Eunice ya menu location wo Kumasi Sepe Dote and to Eunice ya menu happy birthday to you will start no vital starts near come up happy birthday Nyankopon Sha na onto nkwa pa na bibia so enkoyi emfamanti mijire say may birthday sin nyina free ho and another birthday say ho okay birthday so diama Apostle John Asampong we a head pastor and general overseer of Carlos House Embassy Ewo Abidjan Kwanta and your birthday he is the principal of Carlos Bible College Abidjan Kwanta papa Nyankopon Shao pa na asori no any school mumpai kama na bibia so enkoye another birthday so ha na okay birthday we prince na kodonkuya ne ho ofre pa your friend is saying Stephanie Opon ejare ye pon a ye ba store what you say said you was ka wano kra na no say enne okay you dey see ye konkan ni akwa akan kase bona ba ama bibia so etuma konkan na me atomo tena anopa ye sabe hye bio sia bonga Ashanti bye bye.